Okay, so welcome back. Odyssey of the Dragonlords, everyone. I think Zagnus has been distracted, and he's going to be partaking heavily in the Festival of Wine, as Zagnus will not be able to play tonight.
Sounds perfect.
All right. So last we left off, you got back to the city of Estor after completing some uh, various encounters inside of the temple of the Mossy Temple, and you found your way back here. And you find your way back here for various reasons, not the least of which there's a sacrifice on the horizon. King Pythor's daughter Anora is due to be sacrificed. Pythor is really cut up about it and drinking more heavily than usual, which is to say quite a bit. You met his brother, Vulcan, who explains that if you get the Mithril Forge kicking up again, he can create you some various magical items. So that's on the horizon. You also have some business to deal with at the necropolis at Telemok. But where we left off last time, you were down here in the public amphitheater where a play was put on. I gave you the notes about this, about the story of his name has temporarily left my mind. What was his name? The story of Esther Ackerlander. About he was really responsible and really was the driving force before the First War. How he was winning great victories, but then his great victories turned into absolute massacres. And instead of just roundly defeating the army, he roundly defeated the city and the people, killing children, women, and anything that moved. So things got too much. Eventually, even his dragon abandoned him. And eventually, he started sailing on a ship. And Lutheria made a deal with him. She says, if you swore allegiance to me, I will make you live forever. You'll be undying. And he took the deal and subsequently slaughtered his entire crew. And indeed, he did get granted everlasting life, as did his crew who rose from the dead. And through various battles, they got wounds, but the wounds would never heal. The infections they got would never quite be disinfected, and his body rotted and rotted and rotted. And now it is said he sails the lands of even the Nethersea in his great ship, ever undying. So true to her word, Lutheria kept him alive, but many would argue it's a fate worse than death. And that was the story that you were told at the city just prior to this, and that is exactly where we're going to pick it up, is right at the end of this performance. So what I would like to know, chosen of the prophecy, what did you make of this story? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? The crowd that's gathered, they're giving a nice polite round of applause. But what did you guys think?
It was fascinating.
Karen was very, very drunk. She drank.
I'm just going to change the sound settings a little bit. Just hopefully we won't get as much delay. Just give me a second. I saw already we've got a little bit of overlap. Set it there. Okay, so sorry, let's start again. So what did you guys think of it? Somebody was drunk apparently. Who was drunk?
Me, Karen.
Karen? Okay, so perhaps didn't enjoy it as much. What did the rest of you think?
It was riveting. It held my attention.
Oh,
So the quick
More of a-
question. So sorry, I didn't catch the end there, but do we have the impression that this fallen hero is still kicking around?
yes. Yep.
All right.
Kind of like a play based in truth. So yeah, it's very much widely accepted that Esther Arklander is still out there somewhere.
Yeah. Then I'll probably start thinking about like what we know about this guy, because if we're going up against the Titans, then we probably might see this person.
Good thought.
Yeah, and who knows how much of his legendary prowess is, ballooned by, you know, enhanced by the retellings of the stories, and how much of a threat he
He, yes, he.
actually may be.
It's a rampaging warlord. Rampaging warlords are always he's.
Yeah,
History tells
Right,
us
he
that.
he was gone so long ago. We
Yeah,
have
he
no
is.
idea if he's changed or.
Yeah, he is full. He is not. He has no chill, is my understanding.
As you're
Well,
just... Sorry, Rainy?
Rainey doesn't have an opinion because Rainey wasn't at the play.
Ah, that's right. Okay, so we'll switch to Rainy in just a second, see what she's up to. But as you're, the rest of you are sitting there discussing the play, wondering, maybe being the chosen of the Oracle, maybe you might come across Esther one day. Are these elves, exaggerated as they tend to be? Like the person who made a touchdown catch from a 50-yard pass turns to a 60-yard pass, turns to a 70-yard pass as the tail turns and twists. But this rather the star of the show, who is playing like Estor's right hand, his love interest, as it were. She comes over to you, dressed in the classic kind of long flowing robes, bit of a belt, flowing hair, flowers flew through her hair, which is very much the part that she played. And she says, "Hello, everybody. Well, wasn't that a spectacular performance? I pray that my acting ability was up to scruff. So please give me your honest opinion. What did you think of my acting?"
Ravishing.
It was
10 out of
top
10.
notch.
Yep, it
She-
was
Oh,
good. It was good.
Well, that just warms the cockles of my heart. I mean, as a thespian, we get, not as much credit, not as much gold as perhaps we want to. We do it for the love of the art. And the reward we get is from people like yourselves who give us praise and give us thanks. So as a humble servant of the arts, my name is Seema, by the way, I would just positively thank you. It simply warms the cockles of my heart.
Absolutely. You did a fine job. You deserve the praise.
You seem to be a good actor.
Haha, I see what you did there. You are a witty one. What is your name, friend?
Oh, it's Estrella.
Estrella. Wow, it's an absolute pleasure, Estrella, to meet someone who is very witty. Now tell me, Estrella, is the rumors I heard true about you? Are you chosen of the Oracle to save the world?
I wouldn't put it like that. We're just doing what we can, right?
Well, how would you put it?
Well, we're just well, I mean, I feel like I'm just trying to do what needs to be done, especially in these dark times.
Oh, you are so humble. Don't take this up too forward of me, Estrella. But me and my fellow actors, at the end of the day, are having a bit of a, shall we say, invite-only event at the Dragon's Tooth. A little bit of a celebration, a bit of everybody patting itself on the back. And I must insist that this is an invite-only invitation. But you, Estrella, I would love to invite you to the post-play celebrations this evening. Would you be at all interested in accompanying me?
Oh, well, I would be definitely. I'm never gonna say no to a free party. So
Free party, top-notch food, And not to put too fine a point on it, but Pythor has been generous enough to provide the alcohol and the food, all free for the taking.
Sounds good. I'll be right there once we take. Like, I'm just going to look at it. Apologies, I've been out of sorts for most of our stay here, so I'm not sure what we're going to be doing after this. But yeah,
Well,
if we have time, I'll definitely pass by.
oh, I simply must insist you pass by. I have many, many friends there, some of them quite influential. And if you can show similar wit at the party, I think it could work out quite well for you. I'd hesitate to say politically, but socially for sure.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll make a point to pass by. Thank you for
Fantastic.
the invitation.
Oh, you're most welcome, Estrella. I look forward to seeing you there. Hey! No! Seema! No, look! Don't invite people. You know you just use them and throw them away. Don't do it! Seema says, oh, for the love of God. Will you just be quiet, Arya? Look, you just ignore Arya. She is jealous. She's what we call in the trade a party pooper. Look, I'm no party pooper. Look, Estrella, do not trust them. They're no good. They'll use you and they'll throw you away. Oh, Arya, Arya, Arya. Look, must your jealousy be so open? This is a simple party invitation. Friends to friends. Just ignore this person. The person who you assume is Arya says, look, mark my words, she's up to no good. She's going to use you and throw you away like she does everybody else. All I hear is jealousy, 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 jealousy. Look, we've got a bond, Estrella. I like you. You seem to like me. We exchange some witty back and forth. So please, ignore the braying of this goat and just join me tonight. What harm could it be?
Well, like I'll be a little leery at this point, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You could make me a...
Can I do insight check just to see?
Sure.
I mean, if somebody can roll for me, please.
I can do that for you. Xander is suspicious even from so far away. And let me just bring up your sheet, Xander. And where are you?
Wait, am I present there? Sorry.
Yes, yes you are.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, yeah. Then, yeah.
So you're, I assume you're inciting the lady who talks like this, who's giving the invite. And what exactly are you trying to incite?
I'm trying to check, like, who's actually telling the truth. Like, is everything going to be all right, or they actually have nefarious ideas about my friend there?
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to roll you an insight. First roll of the night, rolled from by the DM. And it's a 5. 4 on the dice, Xander.
Hey,
Sorry
you're
about
so
that.
drunk.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, I believe everything they say.
Yeah,
All right.
can I insight as well? I'm probably
Sure.
not proficient, so yeah.
I
Sure.
guess I'll
Yeah,
attempt if I
13.
can as well.
13 Australia, 21
There's a little bit
Magdalena. Well, Xander, you got no idea. Australia, one thing both you and Magdalena come across is kind of coming across, as I hear, many troops who do shows together. Thema loathes Arya, and Arya loathes Seema. They plainly just hate each other's guts. You can tell by the way they're talking. Almost after the play, like everybody raised hands, and Seema was kind of slapping away Arya's hands as they did the curtain call type of thing. So plainly they just hate each other. That's what you pick up with your 13 Australia. Magdalena, something plainly Seema is not telling the entire truth. You believe her that there's a party, there's an after party, and there's be drinks and so on. But she's up to something else. Can't quite put your finger on it, but there's something. She has other plans beyond just inviting you to this Swawe.
All right.
Swawe? I'm not saying that right.
Soiree.
Soiree.
I'm just going to say that because I'm stumbling over my words. Yes.
The party.
The party. There we
Yeah.
go. Much easier to say. So yes,
Okay,
I will see you there tonight, Australia.
All right.
Just say that Seema sent you. Everybody who's anybody knows who I am. And Ari says, well, at least she's truthful about that thing. Is preceded by her reputation as a no-gooder. Jealousy, 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 jealousy. That's all I hear. Anyway, Australia and the rest of your companions, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. And I look forward to introducing you to all the right people tonight, Australia. So I will see you tonight. And it's about midday. This is like a matinee performance. There's still one more performance they've got to do. And then after that would be time for the get-together afterwards, the party.
All right.
And Rainy. Remind everybody what Rainy was doing over here at the Dragon Shrine. You are muted, Rainy. Rainy. Oh, there we go.
Rainy was making healing potions.
Ah, that's right. So I think we had by the end of today, you would have 2 healing potions available.
Yeah, you said like mid-afternoon, because that's when we were going to start heading out, because I started yesterday.
Ah, sure.
After.
Okay. So we'll say by the time the play finishes, by the time Rainy gets her potions done, well, I don't know, maybe you guys meet back at the palace? Where did you arrange to meet? What would you like to do? We'll just assume you guys have met up. You have to be exact. And what would you mighty heroes of the prophecy like to do?
Well, our plan was to head upriver, right? We were going to see if we could clear out some of these creatures that might kill the sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go try to cheat while we can cheat.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
It's not against the law.
Also,
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm going to keep one of the healing potions for myself, but there's another one. I made 2, so who wants the other one?
Well, I have one. I already have one, so if anybody else up front needs one. Bonus action, right? Bonus action to use,
I'm
right?
good. Somebody else can take that.
Bonus action to
I'll
feed
take
it to yourself,
no.
an action to feed it to someone else. So a down comrade would be an action to... You have to put the potion in and kind of massage their throat, that type of thing. So an action to administer it to someone else. Bonus to yourself.
I will take it for now, and I'll likely give it to Agnes. Seems to be the one getting messed up the most.
Alrighty. I'll hand her over potion of healing.
It just reminds me. So next week, I'm more than happy to run a session, but I know that my American friends, it's the days after Thanksgiving. So I mean, I'm Canadian. It doesn't really matter either way to not. But are you guys all keen to play next week as well? Or you'll be recovering from Thanksgiving?
Friday? Yeah,
I'll-
it should be fine.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
reason to not be here.
Me and Agnes are fine.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
it should be
Zag,
fine as well here.
cool.
I did want to ask, did we buy stuff? Did we do any shopping already
We
or not?
replaced Zagnus's corroded armor.
And you got was it 129 gold pieces, I think?
I
Australia?
said that Sandra was going to help out to cover portions, so I think we were going to try to upgrade his armor.
Yeah, I was just gonna wait till he was actually here to like decide if he wanted to do that. So for now, I
Yeah.
just replaced what he had.
Well, because like I would actually like some armor to buy some armor if we have time to do so.
Yeah, well, you would have had time last week, so...
Also,
course
I
you were absent.
have for future reference, where the hell is it? I have this from Forge Cleric. So anything up to 100 gold I can make via a ritual.
Sick.
That is sick. Okay, I think what we said with Zagnus is we'd just rewind time and come back to Vulcan's Hall, and he can buy whatever he likes. So just doing a bit of time muckery there. Okay, but what would you like to buy, Astra?
Yeah, so I would want to get like either breastplate or half plate, depending on how much like spare cash we have.
Let's look at the armor. So this will be inside of Vulcan's forge. I don't think we need to roleplay this
Yeah.
out just a moment.
Or
What
like,
type of armor are
or
you
like
looking for?
worse. So medium armor. So either scale mail, breastplate, or half plate, depending on.
He has all those available. I suspect half plate is going to be outside of your. I mean, for
Yeah.
scale mail 50, breastplate 400, half plate 750.
Yeah. So like I can like now actually now that I'm looking at it, I can probably just get scale mail then, and I do have the cash that you guys had mentioned I had received earlier. So then I don't need to get like contributions or anything like that. I can just get it by myself. So I'm going to spend 50 GP to get scale mail.
Done.
Beans.
Okay, scale mail bought. Now, if you remember, when you got back from the temple, the Mossy Temple, there was some goats, some oxen actually, oxen placed on this rock of Estor, and you notice the some representatives of Lord Sidon came and they witnessed this. And if you remember, there was the oxen there, some basilisks lazy came down the river. They petrified the oxen. They chomped off bits of it and ate it, and then casually dragged the rocks back to wherever they came from. So it doesn't take a genius to kind of put two and two together and realize that the basilisk lair is somewhere north of this township.
Let's go hunting.
Right? I mean, I say we just follow the river north and keep an eye out for signs of basilisks, I guess.
Yep.
Agreed.
Okay, so you head it back through town, cutting across the bridge, and you get to the north gate. Now, compared to the southern gate, which was more or less open as trade could flow in and out of it, same with the east gate over here, which was relatively unguarded, if nothing else, due to there's a natural rock formation around it that keeps it safe. This gate is very, very heavily guarded. And some of the guards there are very dangerous this way. I would highly recommend you not proceed much further. This is Centaur land. Cyclops have been known to wander around. Both very, very dangerous individuals. I would suggest you just turn back right here.
Oh,
Ithor asked us to go this way.
Yeah, we've dealt with centaurs before.
Yeah.
What about centaurs? Dangerous, dangerous creatures.
look, man. We just want to go north. Can we just go north?
Yeah.
Look, I'm not stopping you. I'm just giving you fair warning. Like, I've heard about you. And, look, just be careful is all I'm saying, alright? Centaurs. I mean, literally hundreds of centaurs out there. Cyclopses as well. They're known to throw a rock or two. So, keep your wits about you, alright?
Of course.
Appreciate the heads up.
I have so many wits
Much
about me.
appreciated.
I
Alright.
just count my friends.
Alright, well, best of luck to you, and, I don't know, guess the blessings of the five gods be upon you.
And you too.
Thanks.
Okay. So you head through the northern gate up into the northern steps proper. And there's lots of caves kind of along this river, any which of one could be used to host things. As you look around, can I please have a survival check, please? Someone can lead it, and that person can do it at advantage, as I'm sure the rest of you are no doubt helping.
Take a shot. Or if you want to take it.
No, you probably have a better shot at it than me.
Mags at advantage. Okay.
19.
So you head north of the city. The way is a little slow. As you're looking very carefully, following this river, looking for signs of basilisk activity. There's a few false starts. You see some dead bodies outside of a cave. You go inside and see it's just a scrawny, lonely old bear, which you leave well enough alone. But eventually you come across something a bit more interesting. There is this is what you spot, Magdalena. There is a body of an oxen. Not an entire body, it's more like a leg. Just outside of this cave. And you think, well, maybe they got full, maybe they dropped a leg, something like that. But the fact that it's a petrified oxen leg gives you pause, and you notice an entrance into the cavern just beyond.
Okay. Well, we saw them turn into stone and then take chunks out of them, so I feel like this is a safe guess they went this way.
I think you're right. So in we go, right?
Sounds perfect.
Cool.
So you head into the cavern. How are you approaching this? You're sneaking in, you're crashing. It's very dark in there as well. Anybody without dark vision is going to struggle.
Well, Rainey is always kind of light on her feet, so she would be more likely than not just trying to be quiet. But she doesn't speak for everyone.
I'll hang in the back because I can't be stealthy.
Okay. So Rainy.
Yeah.
Darren and Blip, the pseudo dragon, will be in the back too because they're loud.
Okay, and which of you don't have dark vision?
I do not.
How are you going to be seeing Estrella?
We'll probably like light a torch for now, with the expectation that I might have to drop it come combat. But for now, that's a problem for future Estrella.
Okay. So Estrella will be lighting up a torch.
Very near future.
I'm gonna hold on to the back of Mags's ropes.
Uh,
Well, I have a cape, so I hope that'll suffice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Xander?
Venom doesn't have dark vision, so he'll try to stick where the torch is. I think somebody lit it up.
Yeah, you can see by the light that Estrella is holding with a torch. And sorry, Taryn is holding on to Mags's coattails, as it were.
Yes.
Okay. They'll do it like this, and now, you go to the cavern in about 50 so feet. It's just a narrow cut into the mountain before it opens up. Now, Rainy, if you wish to stealth, you can, but it's kind of a bit hard at the moment because Estrella's right next to you holding up a big old torch. Stealth is kind of out of the question. It's very obvious that someone is approaching with Estrella holding the torch.
Yeah. What do you mean you can't see in the dark? That's weird. I am gonna put mage armor on myself though.
Sure, of
before we
course.
move any further. Well, I guess I'll just move to like the edges of the range of light of the torch.
Sure.
And try to be quiet just on the sides. I know our group will probably be noticed, but maybe I can get a split second just by being on the edges in the
Okay.
dark.
Okay. So you're going to have to be about 40 so feet in front of your party to be fully out of the torchlight.
That's okay.
So,
I'm not worried.
well, first of all, makes me a stealth check, please.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, 21. I'm just going to drag you across to this map. Probably everybody else is in darkness because only Rainy can see something at the moment. So, Rainy, you duck ahead about 40 or so feet. And this is what you see.
Huh. Are these like broken down statues? Like people?
They definitely look like statues. You have to get a bit closer to determine much more information about it.
All right. I'll just start skirting this way and peering closely at the statues as I keep moving forward.
Sure. Make me an investigation check, Rainy, as you peer as you peer closely at these statues. Ah,
Hero.
Yep.
Yep.
That's stone.
I gotta throw one of these out right at the start of this little cavern. You don't know. I mean, they could be statues that somebody's made. They could be petrified. You look for details. You're not sure. They could be plain old statues. They could be people who have petrified. You have no way of telling which is which.
Do I like hear any sounds of like movement or like these creatures or something further in the cavern?
Make me a perception check.
No, I didn't hear anything.
No, your problem is you didn't drink last night.
Yeah, that's it.
Look,
Yeah.
guys, can't heal anymore, so I had to make healing potions.
Yeah, the wind whistling around this cave. That's all you hear.
I'm not bothered. She's just gonna keep moving forward. She's fine.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da.
And as you got a little bit of distance from your party now, I'm going to bring everybody else in.
Of course.
So, you guys are down here. You know, Rainy's just right on the edge of your torchlight there, Astraea. I mean, if you guys would like to move as quietly as you can, feel free to make a stealth check. But this will be just how quiet you keep your feet. I mean, you are literally waving a torch. So if you would like to step quietly through here as best you can, make a stealth
Yeah,
check.
this would be a disadvantage.
So Magdalena's a 7.
Yeah, mine's a
Okay.
7. Yeah.
Ooh,
It's a hard
2.
2.
Nice.
My goodness.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is.
Better than my 0.
That's true.
Fair.
Xander, I can roll for you if you like.
Your botch is better than my
Oh my
botch.
god. Oh
Yeah,
my
we're
god.
really
What,
good
what the
I
I
hell?
feel like
You guys are really not quiet.
Heavy armor.
yeah, screw it.
I've-
I mean,
I've-
what's yeah? I'm just gonna
I-
walk in.
I feel like the wah wah sound
Oh.
is like
That's
will
ve-
probably
Yeah, can you just loop it real quick?
yeah, it's like a Benny Hill sort of like on repeat.
Yeah,
Well,
we
let's see
did
how
good.
Xander does. Maybe Xander is going to be the hero that we all need. Let's have a look. Oh,
Xander will
good.
just stick to the person.
Yeah.
Whoa.
there you
Xander's
go.
sticking to the person who's carrying the torch. Sorry if I'm too loud. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Xander, you rolled a dirty 20, so you're good. But
Oh, no.
Astraea
Alright.
and Taryn, you see one of these statues, and like one of the halflings in Lord of the Rings and the Mines of Moor, you kind of give it a gentle touch just to see what it is, if it's human or statue, and it crashes, and the sound echoes around the cave.
Oh, yeah, we're awesome.
I'm totally going to point at Taryn. He did it.
Rip.
Rainey's gonna instinctively like duck back against the wall. What was that? Oh no.
I was gonna say sorry very loudly.
That's
Oh,
cool.
Sorry.
bad.
My bad. I guess we continue forward then.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, creatures. That's
Yep.
creatures. There's things moving.
Yeah, I could see it up there.
You're
Target
all
sighted.
very fast. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm still being
make an insight check, Rainy. Make an insight check for me.
Oh,
These creatures, the way they're moving and the way they're lumbering, they're not in a hurry. They're plainly not lumbering towards you. You know, you're just hiding behind these rocks over here.
but they're
Slow-
moving towards like where the sound happened.
It was a loud sound. It was a whole statue toppling, so you assume that. And I tell you what, at this point, I think we need to...
Roll for initiative.
Stealth is plainly
That was
out
on
of
a
question.
20, you son of a bitch.
Oh boy. Oh
that's
boy.
I did that thing where it teetered and then just no.
Woo, 7. I'm a winner.
And I can roll for you, Mr. Xander. Where is Xander? Xander's right down there. So let's see what I can roll for Xander. Oops.
5.
5. Not great. Okay. So. Another thing. Okay. So with these two, you can see Rainy coming, flopping down the corridor. Rainy, you're also first to act. What do you do? They don't appear to have spotted you and are lumbering in your direction.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. She is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, cool. So Fairy Fire. What type of save is that?
The dex save.
Dex save. Okay, so
14.
on the 14. Okay. One rolls an 8, one rolls a 1. What color do they get Fairy Fired? How are they illuminated? What color?
Oh, they're glowing a very light blue color.
Very
And
light.
also the rocks and everything in this area are also glowing and lit up too.
Okay.
So there is visual
Uh-huh.
over there now.
Okay. And the only way they can break this Fairy Fire is to break your concentration. They don't get another save, I believe.
Correct.
Yep.
And it's an advantage on all attacks against.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so they're both firewalling an 8, and the Fairy Fire illuminates them, and now they're... Whoops, why did this one turn light blue? Turn light blue, you... Okay, so but now they look at the ball. They make a low growling sound, and they move forward to fully investigate what happened, and you hear them sniffing.
Oh.
They're on the prowl.
Uh,
Okay, Rainy?
I'm going to move behind this rock cluster over here and be like, oh no.
Okay. So you kind of duck down behind you. You'll be a little bit of cover if arrows or something come towards you, but other than that, not entirely sure. And actually,
Also trying to prevent flanking in case,
sure.
it's a corner. We can't be flanked in a corner.
What is the area of effect for Fairy Fire?
I believe it's a 20-foot square. Let me double.
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
Yeah, 20-foot cube.
Or various dim. No, actually. You get them right in the center there. That's perfect. Okay, so they light up. You duck down behind things. And just a second. So let me just check movement speeds. 20 feet. Okay. I'll let you decide what you when you see what's happening there, Rainy. Magdalena.
There's 3 of them.
Oh yeah. There might be more we can't see. It looks like a pretty big cavern in there. I will go ahead and send out spiritual weapon.
Ooh, what's your spiritual weapon? What is it?
It is a long sword.
One of those here somewhere. Oops. So there's your sword. Oops. Your sword there. I said there's your sword there. There it is.
There we go.
You should be able to move that yourself.
Yep. I'll send it up and attack this one on the left here.
Okay. Take a swing with your spiritual weapon.
At advantage.
Yep.
Oh, yes, because of the Fury Fire. And an 18 actually hits. And you slice down the side of this basilisk and let a little roar. It's not at all happy with this. And starts making even more roaring noises, attracting people to come, attracting things. So, it's not being quiet about it.
We'll then toll the dead on the same one.
Okay, toll the dead. So, wisdom saving throw 13. Boom. 9. It fails. So, you toll the dead, rings out, boing. And it's taken damage. That was a d12. So 10 points of damage. Hey, got it.
That'll be me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
There's 4 now.
Okay, one of the ones that Fury Fire.
More as I hear them.
Oh, sniffing out, trying to locate you guys. And 2, 3, 4. Heads over towards you, Magdalena. Well, that will be its turn. And the same one. Well, the same one that's Fury Fire comes lumbering over towards you as well. Karen, you are up. What do you do?
Karen also has the +1 thing on her sword too. Still.
Okay.
I will here for now, and I guess I'll just I'll just wait here.
Did you move up to there, or you just stayed exactly where you were?
No, I'm moved up to there.
Okay, this creature here. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, Xander. Xander, what would you like to do? You're at the bottom of the cavern. What would you like to advance? What would you like to do?
Have we been discovered yet by them, or are they still looking for us?
Oh, they are very much aware that you were there. Somebody knocked over a statue and spells have been cast where damage has been done.
Okay. Then I'll go cast Mage Armor for now and hold where I am.
Okay. I'm going to say once again, Mage Armor is something you would have done before combat, entering into the caverns. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, Mage Armor is up. What would you like to do?
Then, am I able to cast Leap them so it doesn't hit my friend?
Sleep? Let's have a look.
Or
So sleep is in 90 feet.
I'm not sure.
You have to advance a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you see them. Let's look through the eyes of Xander. You just
You know
see
what?
the edge of one.
Let's to make it easy then. I'll hold off until this guy hits one of my friends. Firebolt. Just
Okay.
firebolt. I'm holding it. Okay.
Okay, so the fire erupts in your hand. You're holding it. As soon as one of these things attacks your friends, it will go off. Estrella.
Yep.
Okay, Estrella, this creature here turns to look in your direction, and you lock eyes. Estrella, you're starting your turn there. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I can't even see it.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, okay, you're fine. It does say specifically you must be able to see each other, so ignore what the DM said. You be you, Estrella.
Alright, then 5, 10. Okay, so now that I actually can see them, can I go ahead and avert my eyes before shenanigans?
Yes, you can. Obviously, all your attacks are going to be at disadvantage. So just put a minus on there. You're averting your eyes. You're not looking directly at the basilisks. That's just
Okay.
a free action to do that.
Alright, and so this is 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
And then I am going to go ahead and... Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to get mad.
Nice.
And
Oops.
then I'm going to use my action to throw a javelin at... None of them have taken any damage, right? So I'll just
This
shoot
one
at this
has.
guy.
This one has.
Which one? Oh, this one? Okay, then I'll shoot this one. So advantage, disadvantage, cancel, right?
Because you're
Because
going
they're fairy
recklessly?
No, it's because they're fairy fired, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, straight attack. Yep.
So straight attack roll. 14?
14, so you fling your javelin and it hits the basilisk, but just slides off its stony hide. So that's a miss.
All right. And that is my go.
Rainy. This one starts peering in your direction. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Okay. The basilisk meets you and now you felt your body stiffening up, but you managed to resist the effect. You're good. You are muted, Rainy.
Oh, don't look at its eyes. It's real bad. Real bad. Right. Okay. Yeah. Since she already looked this turn, she's gonna run up and cast Booming Blade and
Nice.
attack this one
Okay.
at advantage.
At advantage, yep. Ah, 17 does hit you. Pierce through the creature's thick hide. Oh, with
Okay,
Booming
so-
Blade?
Going to be a... Oh, it's going to be 12 points of damage. And then if it moves, it'll take another d8 of damage.
Do you want to roll the d8 now and I'll just take a note of it?
Sure. 3.
3. Okay, cool. So I'll just take a note of that. So you swipe it, cut off a bit of its stony hide, and then boom. Yeah.
And then she's going to run back where she came from.
Okay. Okay, as you retreat, the creature takes a snap at you with its mouth. I couldn't say mouth. Like whoops, but then it goes, tries to chomp you. and you just dodge out of the way. It's an 8, so it doesn't hit you.
And then she's gonna look down and not look at it. She's gonna look at the ground.
Yep, so averting your gaze. Perfect. Okay, next Basilisk. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 comes charging towards you, Estrella. But you're still hasn't gone close enough to you yet. Magdalena, what do you do? This creature's come bearing down on top of you.
I'm gonna avert my eyes.
Sure. Oh, actually, you need to do that. The first thing that happens is you need to make me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that was that 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel your body start to stiffen and you can't move. But it's not super bad. You are restrained. It's like your feet are leaden in place. Any attacks you do are going to be at disadvantage. Any attacks on you are going to be at advantage. And right now, you can't move. And just after that, you then manage to avert your gaze, if you still want to. But you are stuck to the spot, Magdalena.
Okay. I still got my actions and stuff.
Yep, this all happens right at the start.
I will cast Bless on myself, Estrella, and Rainy.
Bless on yourself, Estrella, and Rainy. And hey, look at the cool Bless effect I have now. If I can find Bless. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Beautiful love hearts pouring out of Magdalena.
Sick.
You're blessed. Okay, so that's your action.
And then spiritual weapon will come up and attack the same one before.
Okay, so we'll say this one in the middle here. Yep. Make an attack. You're still at disadvantage if you're averting your gaze. Oh, no, it cancels out. Cancels out.
Straight roll, because
Yeah. Hacks into it. Carves off another piece of this stony creature's hide for another 8 points of damage. Nice. Okay.
And that'll be it.
Can't move. Okay. This basilisk up the top. Oh, these guys are lumbering towards you, slipping out, sniffing and roaring as it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes right up next to you, Estrella. Sees you, roars in your face. But that's going to be its turn. This one, however, dances up towards Magdalena, gives a roar, and will attack at advantage. As you're stuck there on the spot. I'm going to try and bite you. Stomp. And it rolls a 20. And you take a dirty 20, 7 points of piercing, and 7 points of poison, Magdalena. Just bites into you.
That hurts.
Okay. This one zooms forward towards Estrella. Still with your eyes closed, it's going to try and attack you. It's going to try and bite you. Oh dear. It just stumbles, getting too hungry and trips on a rock. That's a natural 1. Karen, you too need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Con? Yes, Con. Ah, yes. You see the creatures and they try and petrify you, but you're too good for that.
Okay. We're gonna do our best. So it's gonna be.
Oh!
Look at that.
Hooray! Confetti! Cheers! Nice.
Didn't even need the +1.
Well, you still get into the damage, so there you go.
Oh, wow. 16 points of damage. Yes, you just come up and carve this. Assume it's a fairy-fired one? Yes? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Just carving off big chunks of rocky hide off it. And it's looking quite damaged now, actually, this one. It's
17, because it's the +1 buff.
Oh, so extra 1. Okay, it's still up. And it roars. Didn't like that at all. Not looking good.
And then I will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go. Your turn.
I was just gonna bonus action prepare thunderous smite.
Okay, the thunderous might getting ready to go off. Xander, actually, your last time.
back.
Xander's back. Oh, you're online. Okay, Xander,
Yeah,
actually, I was going to say your prepared action goes off. And what was it? It was,
Whichever I was able to see, I guess, to
probably,
whoever was attacking my friend.
this Fury-fied one, this blue one here.
Well, it was like
Okay.
the first one that attacked a person. No, was this?
Just to give you a heads up, I'm not seeing anything. Everything is gray for me. I see cave,
Yeah,
but that's it.
I assume like he has like a torch or something, right? And you just need to get a little bit closer.
Like
Well, they're
I
all
have.
glowing.
Yeah, he was
so
following the Estrella with the torch. So if he just got too far away, he'll just have to scoot up.
They're also glowing.
No, I don't see any, like maybe it's different layer or something. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, I
at all.
don't think he's seeing us. He doesn't have a light torch, like on the map or something.
Yeah, like I-
Australia is a light source.
There was when I tried to move my character, everything disappeared. So I'm not seeing anything.
Do you
right
see me
now.
here?
Yeah, now I see.
Okay, cool.
I'm just one up.
Okay.
So I'm
I don't know,
assuming
for some
actually
reason I had, like-
It might be a
Australia.
dynamic lighting thing.
Yeah,
ass-
I'm assuming there's probably like a wall here or something preventing you from seeing me or something.
Okay. So which one would I nuke? This one?
Yeah, that
Be
one.
this one.
Well, this one
That
attacked
one?
first, technically.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay, so
one
it would be that one.
attacked first.
Well, that doesn't matter. I'm 18, 24 to hit.
Hey, it's fireball.
You
Well,
might as well roll an advantage just in case you get a natural 20.
Why not, indeed? Okay, always at 5% chance. Okay, so explodes onto the basilisk for 4 points of damage, and that was your prepared action. And Taryn, you had your go, and now it's Xander's actual go.
What I will do is cast the flaming sphere,
Ooh,
and
nice.
I'll cast it right here, so it's like one of those guys gets hit.
Okay, there's a flaming sphere for you. And I'll give that a little bit of light as well, because that just makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, just like goes like whoosh here, and so this thing takes damage, I think.
Which one?
This one.
Okay, I think it gets some type of save, doesn't it?
Let
Dex
me see.
14.
Dex.
Yeah.
Or was
14
it
dex,
17? So is that half damage or
half damage.
half damage against this one here? Okay. The 4 points of damage as the flaming sphere thumps into it. And I'm pretty sure that's concentration, Xander. So I'll put a little concentration bubble on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I should have done this at the start as well. Make yeah,
Can't save.
con save, please.
Okay.
It's a basilisk,
Oof.
effectively. Oh, okay. So you get there, everything else goes off, but you're then rooted to the spot. You are restrained. I'm gonna.
Am I? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say all those things happened. So we're not gonna retcon anything, but you're restrained from this point on.
Okay. Am I like petrified, or I'm able to just cast and not move?
So at the moment, mechanically, your movement is 0. Attacks against you will be advantage, and attacks from you will be disadvantage. Your body is
Got it.
starting to
Okay.
stiffen up, which is why the things
Gotcha.
are at disadvantage.
I
Okay,
understand. Right.
Australia, surrounded by these basilisks, Taryn helping you out, and roaring
Yeah,
in your
all right.
face. What do you do?
So first off, I'm not just mad now. I'm just like super pissed.
Oh, okay.
You're now super
So
mad.
I am frenzying.
Okay.
So that gives me a attack as a bonus action, but then I'll get 1 level of exhaustion after this fight. But
Well, when your
that's
rage ends
again-
specifically, but yes.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
It's
but
a first
again-
frenzied attack.
yeah. Again, that's a problem for future Australia. So I am averting my eyes and I'm going to swing at this one.
Hey,
So just
straight
flat roll.
Oh, there we
There
go.
we
That's the way
go.
to start it off.
20.
Okay, and against this
So
one here,
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. So that's 22.
as you see Estrella get madder than you've ever seen her get mad before, she just absolutely pulverizes this thing with her more, just crushes it down bam, 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 into a fine powder.
All right, and then and then my bonus action attack will be on this one,
Sure.
which would be at disadvantage, right? Because no.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck it. Sorry for the language. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you-
reckless.
It's-
So
you can say fuck. it's
continue
fine.
to be So continuing to be straight roll.
Yep.
21.
Okay. But
or
attacks
16.
against you, of course, will be at advantage.
Yep.
Okay. That hits as well. So for another 16 points of damage. The very first 5e character ever played was this type of barbarian. Berserker barbarian, is that right?
Yes.
Yes. And the exhaustion tightrope was an interesting one, particularly in long dungeon crawls. But Estrella, bam, 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 bam. And don't forget your bless as well. Not that it mattered for those hits, but don't forget your bless.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Rainy. Up the top here, what would you like to do? Having averted your eyes, looking down.
Well, Mags seems to be in some sort of trouble, so I'm gonna run up again, and I'm gonna booming blade this one again, which will just be a straight roll, because my eyes are averted.
Yep, straight roll, but it is lit up. You take a swing. Oh, and that hits as well.
Oh, and he moved last time, so did he take those 3 points of damage?
Right now, he just did. The delayed fuse. But yeah, there you go. Another 3 points of damage on him. Yep.
So that's gonna be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Got it.
And then let me roll the other one in case. Should be 4.
4 if he moves. Okay, got it. It's
And then-
vibrating just slightly. Yep.
And then I'm gonna run away again.
Okay, it's gonna, as you turn your back, it's gonna try and bite you. Right in the butt as you, oh man, another natural one. An attack of opportunity. Stumbles once again. Too concerned that it might explode at any minute as the booming blade takes effect. Okay. Nice. And your eyes are still averted, Rainy?
Yes. She's just looking at the dirt.
Okay. This creature is going to carefully make... Oh, it's going to do it actually. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, it can. Stands over the body of its powdered friend. And it's going to attack Estrella. It will do so at advantage. Because of the reckless attack. Or was it 17, Estrella?
17 hits.
Okay, 9 points of piercing damage and 6 points of poison damage. So total
So
of
total
15.
10. 10.
15.
Because
15.
I'm raging. I'm raging.
Oh, yeah,
Ah.
sorry.
So the the piercing is halved.
I said 9 goes down. Yeah, 10. You're right. 10 points of damage because of the raging. Yep. So roars in your face and chomps down on you.
I just roar back.
Nice. That will be its turn. Magdalena, stuck in spot, looking down. I'm assuming you're looking down at this point.
I am. I'm in pretty bad shape. Can I use my Starlight Step to teleport away?
Yes, you can, but wherever you land, you'll still be restrained.
Okay. That's fine. I'm literally down to 6 health. Yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, try to get
Gotta get
behind
myself the hell
the
out of there.
wall that we've that established.
Yep.
The Starlight Step, boom, teleport down to the cell.
Yeah, bonus action for that. And then,
Only unfortunate thing is Rainy is on the wrong side of the wall.
I know, I hate to leave somebody, but I'm about to die.
I have shield. I'm okay.
And she's doing an excellent hit and run tactics as well. But yes.
Alright, do I know... So I'm just restrained. That's it. There's no other.
Movement is 0.
Effects.
Attacks on you have advantage. Attacks from you have disadvantage.
But there's no other like status effects. Like
they're not
am I
actually turning to stone.
transforming?
No, you're just very, very stiff. You think
Okay.
maybe if they got another good look at you, you'd be in serious trouble.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Then So for like Sacred Flame and Toll the Dead, it says I have to see it, but it's not like an attack roll. So would they make like the save at advantage, or like how would one of those work?
I could really answer that, but I'm going to say in the words of my daughter.
You can certainly try.
I'll try to Toll the Dead on the injured one there.
Yeah, so you're averting your eyes, but you can kind of see it like through your arm. So yes, so wisdom save is just going to be a straight wisdom save. You toll the dead and it rolls a 14, so unfortunately no effect. The goal runs out in this space.
Sorry. Okay, that's me.
Okay, so obviously your movement is 0 as you bamf away. Boom. Now with Estrella acting so recklessly, this creature is going to attack you as well. It's going to do so at advantage as it roars in defiance. And what was a 21?
Yep, that hits.
So 7 piercing reduced to 3 and 4 poison. So a total of 7 points of damage thanks to your rage. And it is
Alrighty.
roars in delight as it takes a bite out of you. This varied fired one. Tired of this lady running and hitting him, or it. So it comes over to you, Rainy, and it's going to try and
What
bite
points
you.
thunder damage?
Take the step in. Part of its rocky hide falls off and it takes 4 points of damage. Okay, this thing has not learned its lesson. It's going to try and bite you. Chomp! Oh, come on. I think that's 3 natural ones against Rainy. That's just not fair. My poor
blessed.
little monsters. And I think
That's
that's
true.
I think that's the dead one.
You're a real nice fella.
Okay, Darren. Did you avert your eyes, Darren?
Yeah, I would have just noticed that everyone else was kind of staring either up and away or down.
I
And
also yelled it out.
Sure.
oh yeah, she did do that too.
Okay, so I'll assume you have. So, okay, as you were.
Okay. I am going. Yeah, I'll try to hit the one in front of Estrella.
Okay, so this one here, cool.
Come on, butts. Jesus. There we go. Lol.
Okay, swing and a miss.
Bless, right? Also,
Yeah, that's
Xander was asking about the damage from the flaming sphere. Do they
Okay, we'll
take
get
damage?
for that just a sec. So let's start Taryn, then we'll do the sphere. So roll a d4. Oh, you're not blessed, Taryn. Taryn is not blessed.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I'm not blessed.
Oh yeah, I'm
so
sorry. Yeah,
ignore
it was
that.
the 3 people that were in there at the time.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so explain this flaming sphere situation to me, Xander. What happens?
If they finish their turn next to within 5 feet of sphere, they take 2d6 damage.
If they begin within 5 feet. Well, this guy
No,
skirted around.
If they finish the turn within 5 feet.
Okay,
Here.
I'm gonna give. So roll 2d6 for me twice, and both of these guys will get singed a little bit. Oh, but the deck save. Okay, so I'll do 2 deck saves.
So
14 and a 9. 14 and a 5, sorry. What's your DC, Xander?
14.
So one is going to take half damage. So we'll say this one closest to it. So 7 to this one, but reduced to 3. And the other one will take 7. Okay, so if it's in their turn next to the sphere, they take damage. Okay, got it. Okay, sorry, Taryn, did you finish your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Xander.
I'll guess which one looks more damaged?
Probably the one by me.
The one on the left, yeah. This one.
Like
Or the one,
Okay.
yeah, the one that Rainey's attacking might too.
That one
Alright.
up there that looked pretty damaged also.
all right, I'll try to save Rainy since we have more people here. I'll cast Fireball by the Rainy.
Okay. I thought I set this up before the session, but you should be able to see all their hit point bars now. Okay, so
So
Xander,
that's
what are you casting?
Firebolt. I don't see Rainey's health, but
Well, no, it's
and
too far away.
Terran's.
But the 19
19 to
hits,
hit.
I'm at full health.
explodes on it. Roll damage for your firebolt.
5.
5 points of damage. Okay. Starting to look a little beat up in front of you, Rainy, but still a lot of life left in this creature.
All right. And then I guess I'll try to look down.
Okay. Eyes firmly affixed on the ground, Xander. Okay. Astraea.
All right. Continuing to be reckless.
Okay.
Gonna swing at this guy twice.
At disadvantage. Oh, no, straight for you. Yep, straight.
Yep, straight. So first attack. 14. Rolling the d4 from Bless.
14 misses. And
Plus 3,
17
17.
hits. Bless comes through yet again. So
Yep.
crushing
So
down with
9
your maul
points.
for 9 points of damage. Got it.
And then second attack.
Oh,
That's period.
that's in this period. So just a swing, but you do pulverize him as the rage continues to pulse through your body. Okay, Rainy, Basilisk right up in your face this time. What do you do?
Booming blade again. Tried and true.
Okay.
Straight roll.
Yep.
Sure.
Now that hits. Into it. Boom.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay. And if it
And
moves.
then if it moves, we'll take 8 points.
Ooh, nice.
And then she's gonna go, well, you can just keep following me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, for the love of God, if I roll another number 1 on this Basilisk is going to retire. 11! Better, but it still misses. Turns around.
I got 2 1s this time.
Oh, there we go. Double 1s, but not quite
Double
as bad
1.
as a natural 1. Okay, so hit and run. Cool.
Somebody's gonna take mobile in their future.
This guy has got his stone eyes on you. He's obviously going to come after you, which is probably a bad move, but it's not that smart. This guy is going to attack you again, Astraea, at advantage, chomping out with a bite attack. Rolls a 23 as it roars and takes a big chunk out of you. So you take 13 piercing, reduced to 6, plus 7 poison, so 13 points of damage.
Oh, that's a chunk.
Yeah, it roars.
Ooh.
And Magdalena. Notice Astraea's
That sucks.
not looking good. You are
No,
still restrained.
Yeah. I will. I really don't think a healing word is going to do much if that thing hits. So I will just send my spiritual weapon over and attack this one.
Sure. 23 hits. And 6 points of first damage as it hacks into it. It is still up.
And then, let's see. Yeah, I'll just, I'll try to toll the dead on the same one.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw. What's your DC? Yeah, it was a 14. So
13.
the thing
13.
goes out, but it misses no effect.
That's me.
Okay, cool. Okay. Sensing a kill. This creature here is going to attack Astraea again. At advantage with its bite attack. Rolling too much. Astraea, the rage pumping through your vein, fires out and you fall to the ground, bleeding out. Okay. This creature has its eyes on Astraea. Takes one step, boom, one of its legs explodes. Takes another step, its other leg explodes. It goes, third leg explodes, fourth leg explodes, and it gets right next to it, just goes boom and explodes, taking 8 points of damage, which is too much for it, and it dies.
I told you could try.
Oh,
Aaron.
these guys take 2d6 again, right?
Oh, this guy does. I forgot to move him, but the other guy... Oh, no, they both do. They both...
Yeah.
So this one...
Yeah, it's ending their turn.
Yeah, you're right. Bad move, DM. So this guy passes, so he'll take half of 2d6. The other one fails. So he takes 2 points of damage. And this guy... Did I do that right? No, he was on... Okay, and this guy takes the full 8 points of damage. Okay, got it. Okay, not smart moves, DM, but that's all right. Xander, still averting your eyes. What do you do?
I am averting my eyes, but I think can I slam the bolt sphere into one of them to do damage?
I think you can.
Yeah, so I'll try to do to this one. Oops. There you go.
Okay.
For some reason it doesn't ping on my screen.
But this,
the right one. Did you
this
see the
one
ping?
here? No, didn't see the ping.
The one that's to the right of Astrea, in front of Astrea.
Okay, so this one. Okay.
Also, did this guy suddenly get like a bunch of health?
Yeah, on my screen they like healed up.
I accidentally... How damaged did he look? I accidentally, like when he took 5 points of damage, I gave him 5 hit points, which wasn't right. Instead of -5.
Then I'm gonna slam into the one that is more damage.
But he's not on 5. I'm saying that's the mistake I made.
It was somewhere in between.
So I'll say...
It was
like-
about
Like about that?
Yeah,
it
No,
was a little bit less than that, but
Like
that,
half of that.
We're not cheating.
Okay,
No.
we'll put it
No,
there.
we're not. We're not.
There we go.
That
that's
seems
right.
about right. It was.
That was my mistake. I accidentally...
Also,
Okay.
I have a question. Is Kira with us, or did she stay back?
It's a DM mistake. She is with you. Sorry. Missing a week. She'll come in next turn. Sorry guys, I got lost in the cave. I'm here now.
It's cool. It's dark.
It's dark. It's a little scared. Can't lie. So she'll start singing next round. That's what will happen. Sorry. Xander.
So I'll try to slam this sphere
Okay.
into this guy here. I'll just keep it on the side just because I don't want to overlap them.
Sure. So that's a dick save from him.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a
Either
terrible.
6 or 3.
Okay,
I
so-
keep doing. Look at my rolls. I'll keep rolling once.
Okay, he rolls a 17, so he's going to take 3 points of fire / bludgeoning damage as it booms into him. Okay.
All right, and then I just avert eyes since I cannot move or do anything else.
Drea, death saving throw. One failure.
Advantage. You're blessed. You're blessed.
Oh, you're blessed.
Oh, okay, then
That's like
that would be a pass then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regardless of
Ten.
what you roll. You're right. Okay, so one success from Australia. Okay, Rainy. This creature explode just in front of you.
Right. I am gonna try a new spell, and I'm gonna reach out and point at. See. Which one of the two creatures that's still up is going next? I think it's this one, right? The one that's right in
The
front
one on
of
the
it.
right. Yeah.
This one's next.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna cast Question on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I think your friend over there is gonna attack you. Maybe you should attack him first.
Can you bring up the text for suggestion for me, please?
Yeah, I assume it's creature understands you.
Well, it just says This is limited to a sentence or two within that can hear and understand you. Yeah.
I think their int needs to be sort of amount, no?
It hears you, but it does not understand you. The basilisk has no language, so nothing you can say will suggest. So unfortunately, the spell fails.
All right. It's fine. I
Good idea,
don't have
though.
a bonus action, so that's fine. That's it.
Hey. Cool. The basilisk turns its attention to Taryn, but first, it's going to rudely stomp over the body of Estrella. Stomp.
That is
Giving a
very
little
rude.
kick as it goes past. And then it's going, it doesn't like that fire anymore. And it's going to try and bite Taryn. Jump! Rolls a 21, which will hit. You take 9 piercing and 9 poison damage, Taryn. As its disgusting, sickly maw just dives into you and it spits out a bit of your blood and lets out a roar. Okay, Magdalena. Still restrained.
Right, I will healing word Estrella
Okay.
for 5.
So, good
And,
news, you're back up, Estrella. Bad news, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Eh.
Okay.
And then I will try to toll the dead on the one up top.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw. Rolls a 10, so that's not going to work. Toll the dead. On this one up the top, it takes 2 points of damage. All adds up. Okay, nice. And, sorry guys. Sorry. I'm a bit late. Sounds like you guys need some heroic cheering. I'm going to sing you the Song of Heroism, probably. Unless I change my mind. No, Song of Heroism. So, for the next round, you can re-roll any d20. Or any dice, sorry. Damage dice, saving dice, whatever you like. Re-roll 1 die. Okay. The Basilisk is going to go after Taryn again. It's going to try and bite, letting out a roar as it does so. And it rolls a 21. You take 11 piercing and 6 poison. You're down?
Yeah.
Okay. Down Taryn falls with a thump.
I had a question. Does this restrain have a time on it?
It does, but it is not yet up.
Still up. Okay.
Still up, yep.
Probably a minute
Probably.
or an hour.
Okay, and then it's just going to swing over here to get away from the fire. Aaron, death saving throw.
And I'm not blessed. Oh, but I'm good. Okay.
Yep. Of course, you could have re-rolled that as well, but you're fine. You're not dying. Xander, 2 of your frontline fighters are looking beat up. What do you do?
Let's finish this. As a bonus action, I will ram sphere into this basilisk here.
Okay, it's going to make a dex save. Rolls a 16.
It's a half damage. Let me roll it. Where is this? 2d6.
So
11,
5
5
points of
nice.
damage. Okay,
Is it still up?
it is. Yep.
Then I will cast magic missile.
The same one?
Well, I think it will issue. I'll cast at level 2.
Okay, so you've got 4 bolts.
So that's I think extra 1 missile. So it's
Yeah.
1d4. So I'll cast first one.
Okay.
So that's 5 damage to this guy.
Okay, first magic
still up?
missile thumps into it, taking 5 points of damage. It is still up.
All right, one more time.
Oops, one more time.
Then
Boom.
3.
3, it's still up.
Oh gosh. Okay, one more time then. Oh my.
Oh, yeah, hits it once again, still stays up.
Oh gosh. Okay, I think that's the last one.
Was that 4?
5. Oh, was it 4?
You cast it
No,
at
that was
second
3.
level, didn't you? You got
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah,
That's
which
it.
is 5.
I just cast at 5.
Ah, that's enough. It had 1 hit point after the last one. So it just explodes in a pile of rock dust as the 4th magic missile thumps into it.
Alright. And I guess that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Stray, you feel Magdalena's healing energy infuse into you. You're exhausted. Assume you push yourself up to your feet. Do you stand
Yep.
up?
Stand up.
You are still
Uh,
blessed.
Yep.
Still blessed?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Do we use flanking?
Nope.
Or no?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So I'm actually going to go ahead and look this basilisk in the eye. So I will make my con save.
Okay. You can
I will-
re-roll it.
Yep.
Do you
I
want?
will.
Oh,
Alright.
you look it in the eye, Astray. You are pissed. You staring down a basilisk. What do you do?
All right. Then I'm going to go over here to try to block out, to try to do some blocking. I only have 5 HP, so really the... so I'm actually still going to go reckless, so I have advantage. And I'm going to swing with Great Weapon Master.
Now, I always forget. Do you have to rage to reckless?
No, they're
Oh.
separate.
Okay, cool. So reckless.
I just don't... Yeah, so reckless with Great Weapon Master and bless.
Okay. So advantage, but -5 to your roll.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Oh!
That's a crit. That's a crit.
So
my
that
friend.
is 14. Well, first of all, you get a fanfare. You get a bunch of confetti thrown at you.
4.
So that's 24 damage.
24 damage. So, boom! Yeah, 24 points of damage as you start pulverizing this creature. Was a serious hit.
And because I rolled, like, double check, Great Weapon Master. Because I rolled a critical hit, I get to attack again as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh
it's
my
double crit.
God.
So that's
Oh.
add another 10 to that.
That's sick.
Nice.
So
Insane.
29 damage plus 24. So, 50 damage.
That should be so.
Jesus.
That's 50 damage.
Between the 2 hits, yeah. Because I did declare Great Weapon Master. I just
You
didn't
did.
click
You
on the
did.
thing. So it's an extra 10 on that last attack.
So I'm gonna just record here in my notes that record damage for 1 round goes to Australia with 50.
So it's 24 and 29. So that's
Oh,
53 damage.
Okay, that is the high benchmark. And needless to say, Australia, you who stared down a basilisk so you could do this. I really want to know.
How do you want to do this?
So yeah, so I'm actually going to cleave him like he's about like he was about to bite me, and I just smashed the maul in his mouth straight through like the brain cage from the bottom.
The brain cage.
And you just see yeah.
Love it.
And you see like the top half of his head just fall to the ground.
Amazing. Okay. Now, Australia, since you've taken the record, I assume no one's done more than 53 points in a D round. I'm going to give you a point of de-inspiration for setting the
you.
mark so high.
Ha! That was
Good job.
I did close in the centaur fight when I twinned guiding bolt, but I didn't do 53. I did like 48 or something like that.
Oh, by the way, Taryn is dying.
Yeah, am I still
I
restrained?
know. Is it my turn?
Sure. I'm assuming somebody's going to heal her. So
Unless
whoever
Max
wants
is doing something, I was gonna go shove.
Well, am I
Heal.
still restrained or?
to. Yes, you are.
Okay. Then I'll healing word.
Okay, there we go.
That was the wrong one. Sorry.
Okay.
Right one. There we go.
So 7 HP to Taryn. She stepped away for a second.
Yeah. Can't move either.
After a minute of straining and moving back and forth, your restrained condition ends. All those who can't move can now move.
Oh man, you guys kept
was
getting
rough.
hit a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing about being restrained. Sucks.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
I
you
get
know.
it. I did tell you not to look in his eyes. So,
All right, I'm going to
I'm
cure
going to,
wounds
like-
myself.
I'm going to rest here because I am tired.
oh, we're gonna. You need to
Should we
rest.
do-
Okay,
Should
we're
we do
gonna-
short rest?
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
it,
are
it
we-
won't actually help me, but
I
you
mean,
know.
if you really need it, sure. You can rest.
No, it's fine. Like I'm basically just RPing that I'm tired. Like we can continue.
Yes, I'll cure wounds myself there, and then
Should we?
Some of you don't look so hot, so maybe we should rest. I mean, I don't really need it. I'm fine. It didn't hit me. But
Well,
yeah,
what everybody else think? Do you think it would be safe or wise to take an hour rest here?
I mean, we can
We should-
probably just look around real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably clear it, and then if it's
okay. Rainy
clear, we
starts
should
running off further into the cavern, sneaking along, trying to see if what else is out there.
Okay, as you wander around the cavern, feel free to move your tokens around. You see more statues. And now it's obvious that these are petrified people. And you notice bite marks out of them, and some of you might know that basilisks can eat stoned creatures. Not of the marijuana type, but of the literal becoming stoned creatures.
Oh, good. You had me worried there for a second.
I mean, I'm sure they will also happily eat stoned creatures.
Doubly stoned. It's an extra nice thing. Rainy, as
Who
you
has a
look...
torch?
I have it, the torch. I have a torch.
I see
I'll happily
rain.
pass it on to you.
What's this
Okay.
way?
I'll stick to you, Astrea.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
You notice a nest of eggs, Rainy.
Ooh. Do I recognize these eggs?
You could make me a nature check, and I can tell you.
Probably not. This is like
Yeah, the eggs.
cool.
They got
Just
that odd purple
out
and
and
red
grab one.
coloration, but other than that, I don't know.
I'm gonna reach out
Fine.
and grab one.
Find anything interesting?
Found some eggs.
You pick one up. It's hard. It's almost rock-like, but yeah, it's quite big.
I
Sort of
try to.
3-4
I knock
times a
on it.
chicken
Is
egg.
it like hollow or like stone?
More like the echoes, more like stone.
Cool.
Let me see if
Put it
I
in a bag.
recognize them. I doubt I do. Nope. Egg.
No. Yeah. Egg.
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 Probably a yolk in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, does anybody else want one? Otherwise, I'll just put them all in
It's a
my bag.
big egg.
Yeah, I don't know if.
Egg,
like-
egg.
Is there a pretty good chance that they're just basilisk eggs?
I don't know. Egg.
Probably.
Egg. I don't know. How many eggs were there?
There's 5.
Do we know if they used for any like alchemical stuff?
Oh, we don't even know if they're what type of eggs they are. We're dumb.
You
Well,
know-
I can make. I assume Xander's smart enough to make assertion that this is probably the basilisk eggs.
Okay, well, assuming of the basilisk eggs, can you make me type of check would that be?
Arcana?
Arcana or history?
Yeah, we'll go.
or
No, we'll go
unknown?
Arcana.
I'll assist you.
Sure, Arcana at
I'll give
advantage.
him guidance as
Oh,
well.
the triple combo. Okay, guidance with advantage on Arcana. Who was that? Xander, I think. Xander, so 17.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Xander was
Xander.
rolling 17
Well, advantage. So
Yes.
okay, 17.
or 1, but in D4, I
Plus-
guess. I'm
yeah.
done.
18.
And again another one. Actually
least-
rolled 0. Wow.
At least those aren't attack rolls, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so assuming these are basilisk eggs,
You can make basilisk omelets.
that's for sure.
I mean, good luck prying these.
Are they? Do we know if they're worth anything, or if
Well,
they are
that's-
basilisk eggs? Yeah.
Well,
Well,
they're
that's
all
what
in
I'm
one
wondering.
bag now.
If they used for alchemy, we could probably sell them or.
Well, they're
I know.
all in my bag now.
Yeah, they are quite heavy, being stones and quite large eggs. But you do have 5 eggs. In your opinion, Xander, to the right buyer, you could get quite a bit of money from this. But to go to your average market vendor in a town, they wouldn't have any use for it, so you wouldn't get any money from them. But to the right buyer, you could maybe get 500 gold pieces for these.
Ooh.
500 each or 500 total?
500 for the batch.
So 100 each, basically.
Basically, yeah. So I realized this information. So it's basically saying that we need to find a person who actually interested in this. That
Alright.
would be good money.
All
Yeah,
right.
might as well.
Yeah, we'll put stuff in the bag, I guess, to start selling.
They're all in my bag right now. Nobody said anything. I just put
Uh,
them all in my bag.
Well, how heavy are they?
I mean, they're solid. I mean, I'm fine. Do you see how much I'm carrying? I'm literally only carrying.
Right, but I mean, aren't you like a sorcerer? I assume you're not really strong.
No, but see, the magic of my sorcery allows me to use charisma for my strength.
Taryn, you got healed for 7 hit points.
Thanks.
But also, like, I'm
yeah.
not carrying anything other than these eggs. Fine.
Well, Xander does see that you do this, and I kind of say, well, we want to make sure it goes to party loot.
I don't think it really matters who carries them.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
I'll
doesn't
have
matter
them.
who
I don't
carries
think
it.
we have
Like,
the designated bag. It's not like we have a bag of holding yet.
Oh no,
Mm.
Xander just worried that that you might just throw them somewhere. That's what he's
No,
worried
I just
about.
put them all in my bag because I grabbed one and I was, does anybody else want one? And nobody said anything, so I put them all in my bag.
All right. What did I miss? What are we grabbing?
we have
Basilisk
basilisk
eggs.
eggs that are worth like 100 G each. There's 5. So I
Okay.
assume we're just like Rainey's holding them, but I assume we'll figure out a way to sell them.
I just
We
put them all. Nobody else said anything.
Can I do a perception check in this chamber to see if there's anything else that we can see?
Oh, absolutely.
Nope.
It's been a good
Later.
10
Oh.
minutes scouring the cavern, and apart from these broken statues and the eggs, nothing much else of interest.
What are
I'll just kick some dirt.
What are
Yeah.
the statues of? Oh, it's just I assume they're victims, former victims.
Yeah, I mean, the statues, some of them are missing pieces, and if you look at the pieces that are missing, there's definitely bite marks there. So, like, this one has had an arm chewed off. This one has had a head chewed off. And
So
so
they're
on.
like
Are there any that look like mostly intact?
This guy over here, mostly intact.
What's he missing?
Not missing anything.
Huh. They look familiar.
Nope.
it's Fred down the street.
Oh, I don't know. Anybody know anything how to make people not stoned anymore?
I mean, we can bring them along, take them to the temple, see if anybody
I
has a
can
way to
carry
get them
that.
out.
I could carry these eggs, but I can't carry that.
Yeah. I'll bring the dude along. Sure, why not?
Okay.
You all good there, Taryn? Kayla, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, without going into too much detail, I just have a disease that occasionally flares up. It's been about a year, which is
Okay.
really good for me, but it's happening now, so I'm gonna have to either go to an urgent care or the hospital.
Ooh,
So
wow.
I'm gonna I'm gonna step away.
Of
But
course, of
just
course.
know, don't worry, I will be fine. It's just care that I have to get, or I won't be. So.
Okay, well,
So.
obviously your health is the priority here, Kayla. So yeah, hope everything goes well, and yeah, health first, my friend.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hope it's good.
Thanks.
Hope it works out.
I'll be fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just like sort of like adjust my stance and start carrying this intact person along.
Maybe we should rest. Like this little cave, it seems like it's enclosed. We could
Can
probably
we
rest.
tell can we tell if they were the only 4 that were like nesting here? Like, does it look like maybe more might come back?
Yeah, like is there a way to check like droppings or whatnot to see if they're, to try to estimate if it's the 4 or if there's more that are like out hunting and they might come back?
Make me a nature check. I think that would be an appropriate check.
Also
Imagine-
gonna ask if other creatures had attacked its sacrifices besides the basilisk that we knew of.
So okay. Well, firstly, Magdalene, you got no idea.
Nah.
I mean, you could kind of smell poop for other creatures, but I'm imagining basilisk poop is pretty much
Nah,
rotten.
my wisdom lies in other area. I don't put it into feces.
Straya, you're hard to work it out as well. And Rainy, you're trying to work out if there's other creatures that might be turning things to stone. Is that right?
No, just other creatures that had attacked its sacrifices. Like I'd been around its for a while, so had there been other creatures besides basilisks that went after the sacrifice?
Tell you what, make me a history check. We'll do it that way.
Funny.
Can I make the same check since I'm also from this city?
No.
Sure, Rainy. Man, maybe the sacrifices were too gory for you to witness and you turned your back. Australia, you do remember some other types of creatures. I can't quite remember exactly what they were, other than they flew. They're flying creatures.
All right, I'll let the rest of the party know that this might not be the only batch of stuff that's gonna come after us. There might be some flyers and whatnot.
We could probably get
Kira.
more information from someone.
Yeah,
Here
we
it
can
comes
look-
up
her.
to you and says,
I
"Hey
was-
guys, that was amazing. It's going to be another chapter in my book, The Battle of the Basilisk, and how the mighty Estrella looked them straight in the eye before pulverizing them to powder. That was amazing, Estrella. Very, very cool. So this is good. This is good news. No one's breaking any oaths at the moment, right? The sacrifices, as I explained, are under very strict conditions. You have broken no laws, no forbidden things, so well done. The question there still needs to be a sacrifice made, though. So, what are you guys thinking around that?
Well,
I mean,
it's nice to worry about that. Why don't we worry about clearing out some more monsters?
When is the sacrifice going to take place, by the way?
6 days.
In how many days? Sorry.
6 days.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of time up our sleeves. I mean, there is, Estrella. You seem to have I'm gonna ask you, what did you think of Seema? You gonna go to that party?
yeah. By the way, she was definitely holding back some information from you there. I don't know what it was, but she's got some ulterior motives. I feel.
Who?
Getting you there.
Oh,
Seema.
Seema. Oh yeah, for sure. He is sketchy
Seema.
as you know what. So, like even if I did go, I would not want to drink or eat anything there.
Guess they're not that important if nobody wants to answer. That's fine.
Hmm?
Oh, I said who's Seema?
Oh,
But nobody
sorry,
answered.
he was one of the
So,
actors. He's one of the actors. He invited us to a party.
What
Shoot.
actors?
To the play we went to earlier today.
You guys went to a play?
Yeah, we told you we were.
There There is an evening performance, Rainy. They went to the matinee. If we rushed back, we might be able to catch the last show.
Honestly, I'd rather kill as many of these things that might go after the sacrifice as possible. So the sacrifice doesn't die.
Yeah, well,
We planned it, but
yeah, I'm still. I mean, we've established that. Yeah, we've got rid of these basilisks. That's a great move. Still some type of flying creatures, according to Australia over there. Sacrifice still needs to be made, though.
no, I know. But if we kill more of these monsters, that's less of them that are gonna come after the sacrifice, which is a
Yeah.
good thing.
Which monsters, though? That's the problem.
I don't know. It's all lots of caves on our way up here. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying that feels more important than.
Right, but we also don't have to just rush into everything.
Yeah.
We have two people who are in pretty bad shape from that fight. I don't think we should just jump right into another monster nest.
We can rest for like an hour now. I'm just saying, are we seriously considering like just going to party for a night instead of trying to make this sacrifice situation better?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, nobody suggested going. We already went.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think we really need to, at least Astray, I think, needs to rest up. So
Yeah, we should at least
Astray
rest.
and Terran are both in pretty bad shape.
Against a rest. I was just saying, are we really gonna walk all the way back to the city when we're already out here and just find more monsters? That's all.
We'll say as you're having this debate, you can get your short rest in. Strayer, Karen, randomly roll some hit dice and you get up to 21 hit points. There we go. Well, yeah, resting up, that's a good idea. I like your thinking, Rainy. Let's go kill some flying monsters, but that's very vague information to go on. I'm not sure how we could do that.
Well, there's they can't be too far away if they regularly come to sacrifice, right? So, there were some mountains nearby, right?
Well, we're kind of surrounded by nothing. Sorry, let me bring you across to the big map.
Yeah, because the other thing about
About
going,
here.
the one thing I can think about going back to Astoria is we can probably ask people who might remember more about what exactly type of monster we would be hunting for.
I mean, that's
So it's more directed.
That's true. It sounded like everybody wanted to go to the party. And we only got 6 days. We should do as much as we can to make this
Nobody
situation better.
wanted to go to the party. We went this morning.
Yeah, we were actually just it. I think it was oh, I forget her name. NPC girls who said.
Yeah, Kira just mentioned there was a nice
Kira
show.
just mentioned the party. No one said we were going.
Okay.
Well, here's the options. We've still got a lot of daylight hours to burn. We could definitely get back to Astoria. Australia, so you seem a bit on the fence about whether to meet up with Seema, but either way is good. We have made our way to the necropolis as well. We're kind of heading vaguely in that direction.
Hey, why do we want to go to the necropolis?
Well, I need to do.
Somebody wants to go to the necropolis?
I need to do
Yes,
something there.
I need to as well.
And given
If
it's
we
6
fell with-
days, we could get there and back easily enough. But the only problem is I'm just concerned Astray might miss out on this. I don't want to really call it a date, but it kind of is.
Hey.
I mean, if we might as I'm not saying we're going, but if we go, we can go ahead and start asking for information about the what do you call this? Information about those flying creatures or whatever.
You think the people at the party will know that? Do you just really want to go to the party, Estrella?
Not
If you
really.
do,
No.
say
Nope.
so.
Nobody said he didn't say anything about going to the party. He said to try to get more information on the monsters.
I said if we're gonna go, right after Kira said party. Am I just missing cues here? It's entirely possible. I really don't know how stuff works.
Well, for me, either way works, honestly. I mean, if you need to go to the necropolis, I'll
How
support
far
you.
is the necropolis?
Or if you need to go to party or anything.
The necropolis has a good solid day's travel. So if you were to go to the necropolis today, you'd have to. Night would come about halfway there. Full day to get there.
Do you guys really need to go? And what do you need to do there?
I have my personal reasons for going there. I have to find some things.
Yeah. There's someone at the necropolis with information about the curse that afflicts my family. So it's relatively important, although it is not urgent. So if there's something more pressing, then we can do that. But at some point, I definitely want to go to necropolis. But we can go back into town and try to figure out and try to find out what other creatures we can hunt down before the sacrifice.
I mean, that I would like that, but
Maybe that's a good idea. We go back, find out what other creatures, and then maybe on the way to the necropolis, we can keep an eye open for them.
Sounds like a plan.
okay.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, since I'm currently like super tired, I probably shouldn't go to the party anyway, because it'd be easier to take advantage of me because I have metagame in. I have disadvantage on all ability checks, so I will not be able to tell if they are lying or not.
Odd way to put it. They'll be able to take advantage of you. Interesting
Yeah,
phrasing.
exactly. Well, I'm tired, so yeah.
Well, all right. I really would like to figure out this sacrificing monster situation.
For sure. Like I don't want our princess to be eaten or
Right,
or
right.
thereabouts.
Right, the princess. That's right.
All right. So I think we're heading back into town to try
Well,
to get
look-
more information.
Look, speaking of the princess, I kind of brought this up before, but I think I brought it up before. But Rainy, could I have a word with you? I mean, if you don't mind other people listening in, that's fine. But it's something I think I just need to bring up with you. Sorry, what was that?
I know you. Look, I got thoughts. But why don't we just take it one day at a time, okay? I have thoughts.
You know what I'm going to ask you again, don't you?
I know exactly what you're gonna ask.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
already talked to Thor about it, okay?
Yeah, just throwing that out there again, right?
I already talked to Thor about it.
All right.
Let's just take it one day at a time, okay?
All right. Well, let's take it 6 days at a time. I have 6 days.
Well, one day at a time. I don't want to worry about all at the same
Okay.
time.
1 day at a time, up to 6 days. Anyway, this is semantics. So sounds like we're gonna hit. Wow, if you ain't gonna go. Wow, what are you going? What do you guys want to do? I'm merely a scribe.
I want to find out about the other monsters that attack the sacrifice.
All right.
And them down.
Okay.
That's what I.
All right. So sounds like we're going back to town. And guys, what did we just accomplish?
We killed some lizards.
Wrong. We did absolutely nothing. We failed in our mission. Right?
Did we have
Yeah.
a mission?
I'm going to say, look, if we go blabbing around, we just killed all these basilisks. Ha ha ha. The sacrifice is going to be a lot less deadly. You can guarantee that the agents of Sidon are going to find other creatures to come here. So, you know, loose lips sink ships and all of that. So best we don't mention this to anyone.
Oh, of course
I
not.
don't think anybody.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Fairly
anybody
sure we
was
didn't
gonna
tell
mention-
anybody else, anyways.
Rennie, you're not gonna say anything to anybody, are you?
It'd be a nice surprise for them.
Why do you assume that I was? Because you're the ones that are always talking about being the heroes of the Oracle stuff. I still really.
Who? I'm fairly sure only Kira said that, but okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, then maybe Kira's the one that needs to keep her mouth shut.
Well, look at the title of my book. And she holds up a book. It says, Chronicles of the Heroes of the Prophecy. It's you guys.
Well, keep the line about the basilisks in your head until like 7 days from now, maybe.
Yeah.
I already started it. Yeah, I'm going to say...
Well, just don't let anybody see it.
All right. I'll keep it secret. But, man, I love telling heroic stories, and I've never heard of anybody looking a basilisk in the eye and then just pulvering it to smithereens. Man, it's going to be a whole chapter on itself just on that attack, Estrella. Amazing.
Oh, yeah, that was a
Maybe
very
maybe
impressive.
don't talk about it first. We'll just keep the Ixnay on the Basilisk Bay.
All right, tell what, I'm going to skip ahead a couple of pages, and when it's not really after the sacrifice, I'll finish this chapter off. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right.
Great. Okay.
All right, back to Astoria, it sounds like.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So you leave the cave, follow the river along, and just 1 second. Everybody just roll me a d20, please.
Oh. Mags and I are twins.
Oh, I was going to say Australia is cursed, but in fact it's Xander. Oops.
My rolls are awesome today. Keep rolling low.
Okay. As you're walking along, kind of getting towards Astoria, next to these big mountain range, you look up at the last second, Xander, and a massive rock starts flying towards you. What's your armor class there, Xander?
Like a rock, like the creature, or like a
No,
rock, like a.
Like a boulder.
Stone.
13.
13. Ooh. And what's your current hit points?
21.
You look up and this massive rock comes and just smacks you clear in the head, and you almost do a mini somersault and you land prone on the ground bleeding out, and you hear a massive roar. Leave this territory or face the wrath of the Cyclops.
Oh boy.
And another rock
you should
comes. It
hear
seems
these
as
guys.
another rock comes, but it goes well wide of you, almost like a warning shot. But Xander, you are out.
Like, out.
Bleeding
Like
out,
0 HP.
but not
Okay,
dead.
Well, I'll
Not dead? Okay, because that, I thought like one time hit it isn't like a death or something.
All right. Well, I'll grab him. We'll
Okay.
cure wounds, and we'll sink it. Let's just get the hell out.
Yeah,
of here.
just get that
Fuck,
F out.
I'm
yeah.
not. Yeah, I'm not fucking with this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're
What if you guys are- Okay.
So as you heal Magdalena with a cure wounds, and Magdalena looking bloody, blood was just pouring out of you as this rock smacked into your face. You start running, getting away from here, and rocks kind of boosh, boosh, land behind you. They're almost wanting you to leave, but maybe not so much deadly intentions. I mean, tell that to Xander, who just got smacked in the
Yeah,
face.
this thing one-shot him. If you guys, if somebody wants to stay and fight it, you can feel free.
Yeah, no, I'm out of here. Yeah.
You run
Yeah.
and you get back into Astoria.
I like. Do we know exactly around the territory of that Cyclops, by the way, so we can steer clear?
Sure, you take a mental note of it, knowing to steer well wide of this particular mountainous area. You
Alright.
find yourself back in the city.
Yeah. So at this point, Estrella is probably going to be like, okay, we're back in town, and I will be of no help right now. And you can see like she's visibly straining and tired and just like, ugh. If you guys don't mind, I'm actually just going to go ahead and start resting.
Is there like a wheelchair we could put her in or something?
Yeah, almost feels like I need one.
The cart.
Get you
you know?
jazzy.
There'll
As
be a
soon as we
cart.
get into town, Rainy is just gonna start asking any attack the sack.
Okay. So you enter into town. Maybe you can cart in a stray if you like. And you start asking around Rainy about these sacrifices. And all of a sudden, the city folks pause, almost like statues. You feel yourself pause as well, as the DM is suggesting a short break and the world grinds to a halt. Let's just take
Oh, no.
I think
five
that's
minutes,
that's a great idea personally.
It's time stopped. Oh no.
Time does stop for 5 minutes, as it turns out. Okay, short break, guys, and we're back in 5.
All right.
Okay. Okay. You're asking around, Rainy, about other sacrifices? What other things eat people?
Yeah, just what kinds of creatures have showed up to the sacrifices and
Sure. So make me yeah, type a check. Tempted to say investigation, but yeah, investigation. Should go around, spend a good hour wandering around.
persuasion because I'm talking to people.
Sure, I'll give you persuasion.
Thanks. I like persuasion better. It's better than my -1 in investigation.
+6 is quite the difference. So, you go around talking to lots of people. You do get some varied answers. They obviously talk about basilisks and basilisk and what else. Some talk of, as far as flighted creatures called, they describe, some of them describe these things as giant vultures, almost demonic in nature. It said at one particular sacrifice where a young girl was being sacrificed, the father, knowing he would break all the rules and knowing there'd be serious consequences for being an oath breaker, he nevertheless attacked this bird. And he did manage to kill the bird. And as the bird landed, it started rotting into this tar-like substance. The guy, this is why people start saying these demonic birds have attacked. And they also have talked about these creatures who almost look like beautiful women with wings. And they're known to sing songs and lure people to their deaths. It's happened, they talk about stories about these creatures out at sea. And they sing songs to sailors, and the sailors will shipwreck their boats in order to get closer to the song. They'll launch themselves overboard to get closer to the song. And the last type of birds you hear about are just large, they're, how would I describe them? Kind of birds with very, very sharp beaks. Like usually birds have beaks. These are almost razor-like beaks and razor-like claws. And they kind of shred the victim, come back and shred and shred and shred, hit an attack. There's either shreddy birds, singing birds, or demon birds. You've heard all three.
Okay. As I continue to talk to people, do I get any sense of direction of where maybe these birds fly in from?
I'm definitely from the rocky areas around Astoria. Here's Astoria. So, mostly around this area, coming in from the west. Not so much from this side.
Okay.
As you're wandering around, and I'll say as you're entering town, and you're looking to find some rest, your old buddy Seema approaches you, Estrella. Estrella! Wow, you look shit. Now, I have the perfect cocktail that's a bit of a pick-me-up for this. So why don't you come join me? I'll get you a real pick-me-up. It's got a little bit of coffee, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Guarantee it. Come on. And she puts her arms around you and kind of starts dragging you towards the Dragon's Tooth. Gently.
All right. So
are we present for this?
Yeah.
I assume yes.
Except for Rainy, who seemed in like a hurry to ask around. So I say everybody except Rainy is witnessing this. So come on. It's got a bit of coffee.
Are you sure she... You might not want to pull her away. I'm not... Are you sure she really wants to go there now? Did you ask? You might want to talk to her first.
Well, she said yes before. What's changed, Estrella?
Right, but what's she saying now, though?
No, I would rather, I understand, I know I said I would like to go, but as you can see, and you can see me, covered in blood, some of it mine, some of it, not. It's been a little bit of a day, let's say.
Tell me, your old friend Seema, what happened?
Oh, we were just off doing adventurer things.
Yeah, carry on. I love a good story.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it.
Oh, come on. You can tell your old friend Seema what happened.
Why don't you tell your old friend Estrella why you're so anxious to get her back to this party?
It's a party, man. Would you like to come? You look okay.
No, I don't. I don't like to party. I think it's weird.
You don't like to party.
I'm not social.
Okay, one more offer, Estrella. I guarantee you, across my heart, swear an oath to the gods that I have the perfect cocktail for you.
No, thank you. Thanks for the offer, though.
Okay, can't blame a girl for trying. Well, we have one more performance, three more performances actually tomorrow. You're more than welcome to come tomorrow evening, if you're feeling up to it.
All right, thank you.
I won't beg. Best of luck to you, Estrella. She goes in for a hug.
Sure. I'll hug him back. Maybe later. I'm sorry for being antisocial.
Hey, no worries. And she heads back into the Dragon's Tooth, where you hear a party is well underway. Okay, so old Rainy's doing a good job of finding out information. Stray, you're just gonna crash? Where are you gonna crash?
Yeah. Do we have like anywhere to crash?
You can crash at the palace. Pythor was more than happy to put you up there.
Yeah, I think that'll do that then.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing? I say Taryn will just go crash with you as well. Xander? Magdalena?
I didn't have anything in particular. I think we were just trying to find information on anything else about the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there would listen also if some like there's rumors around the city or anything. But he also want to keep an eye. I think we already talked about it, but having hard time remember now if there is no spells for sale or anything like parchment or anything that I can buy.
Not a lot, no.
Not a lot. No, okay.
Mitros would be Mitros is kind of like the big metropolis city here. The saying would go, if you can't find it in Mitros, you're not going to find it anywhere.
Right.
But
So, yeah,
can you roll me a D8 as you kind of wander around town trying to listen in for rumors? Roll me a D8. 8.
Oh, 8.
Okay. So, speaking of Mitros, let me put you across to the bigger map so you can see where it is. And you can just see, like, look at the size of Astoria on the map compared to Mitros. It's a much bigger city. And you would all know that King Achatus is the king of Mitros. He's the big guy there. And it is said he is one of the original Dragonlords, and he has survived. He is carrying on. And there's rumors that what is your an 8? There is rumors that he has fulfilled his promise to revive the Dragonlords of old, because several farmers claim to have seen dragons flying overhead. And that kind of throws you for a little bit, Xander. Dragonlords? The Dragonlords were responsible for ending the last war. They were responsible, with the help of Versi from the Temple of the Oracle, to negotiate this oath of peace. And it just strikes you as a little odd. Isn't that our destiny? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? It strikes you as a little odd that he's reviving the Dragonlords, because you think, Versi's talked to you about your destiny and how you got great adventures ahead of you. Maybe that should be you. So that just strikes you as a little odd, Xander.
Yeah, Xander kind of in his head now thinking like, oh, maybe we should go Mitros when we can. just to see, investigate that thing.
Hmm.
Am I by myself? Did some or everybody else went to rest?
I'll say you're with Magdalena. Rainy's talking. Storm up. Estrella's passed out. So you and Magdalena.
I don't remember what Magdalena's backstory, but I mentioned that I overheard this
Mhm.
to Magdalena and said maybe we should let party know once we're done here. We should definitely go to Mitros to investigate this. Interesting, disturbing at the same time.
I think it would definitely be worthwhile to check out,
Yeah.
especially with the goings on.
Yeah, and I think somebody mentioned that they were looking for dragon eggs or something. Maybe maybe that person will well, it might be helpful for that person to see if there's actual dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, if everybody's resting, if there's no other rumors, then it will be ready to go back unless Mag wants to do anything else.
I'm good. I'm just hanging around waiting.
Right, we can go grab a food or drink or something if you want, or rest.
We could. I guess we can just grab something while we're waiting for. I think Rainy's trying to find some info.
All right.
It's
I
plenty
guess
of
we-
food at the King's Palace if you want to go there.
Sure.
All right. Let's
Okay.
drink with King.
So you head back to the King's Palace. I'm assuming it's kind of 5-6 o'clock in the evening. Estrella, you're passed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it doesn't really actually like add anything to the long rest, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's cool. Add a little bit of flavor to your long rest. Okay, so you guys, after talking around town, finding out this slightly offsetting rumor. I mean, it is just a rumor. It might be false, but who knows? And Rainy, you once you've grilled everybody you think of grilling, you return to the King's Palace and you meet up with Magdalena and Xander.
I mean, they didn't know it was grilling. I knew it was grilling. They didn't. Yeah, no, I'll make my way back up to the King's Palace and find everybody that's still awake, I guess, and let them know what I found. And that the one thing that all the stories had in common is that they seem to come from the west and the mountains west. So that seems like the direction that we should head. And if we're thinking about potentially going to the necropolis, if we cut over the mountains, that kind of takes us towards the necropolis. So maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. I don't know.
That's good to know.
Do you share the rumor, Xander? Xander?
Sorry, I muted myself and I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Xander relays information. You know what? We just heard weird rumor going on down south from here that in the Metros there's king of who reviving Dragonlords and there's dragons being spotted there. That's kind of disturbing, especially considering this is supposed to be our destiny.
Yeah, well, I need to go to Mitros probably sometime soon. I kind of said that I would take that horn that we found down to the queen down there. So I need to go to Mitros soon. I mean, I did one of those things. What do you call? I think it's yeah, I did that. So I'm gonna need to go to Mitros sometime real soon.
Okay, well, we probably should take care of first of
Oh
our
no,
things.
that's not until after the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, but I'm not opposed to going there right after that. We probably should bring this to everybody else once they awake.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that could definitely be next on the agenda after the whole spectacle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As you're having this conversation, a little scribe comes up and says, I'm sorry to bother you, but King Pytho would like to talk to you.
All of us?
Yeah, if it's possible.
Some of us are sleeping. We're real tired. Is it okay if it's just the three of us?
Sure, no problem. Okay, sure, follow me.
Okay.
So he takes you like through the foyer, and King Pythor is in his usual drunken state. He's got the classic, what do you call it, a drumstick, but the drumstick from like a large boar or something, and he's munching on it there with a jug of ale in one hand. Hi! Come on in, I'd like to have a word with you all. Take a seat. Grab some food.
Take a seat.
Yep.
Help yourself to food. I saw some of my people told me that Estrella took a bit of a beating out there. What happened?
Well, we got in a little kerfuffle, and she kind of made herself real tired. She's just sleeping it off.
Kerfuffle? What sort of kerfuffle?
Well, we ran into some creatures, and there were some cyclopses. Stuff happened. But yeah, now she's sleeping.
Yeah, you know there's like cyclopses throwing rocks at people out there, right?
Yeah, poor Xander just got hit real hard.
We actually warned people not to hit off the northern steps before, just that reason. That's what happened to old Estrella, right? Let me guess. Rock to the face?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I almost got knocked out myself.
Oh, yeah, there's a nasty bruise on the side of your head, friend. Xander, make me a deception check at advantage. Advantage because there is some truth. You did get smacked by a rock, but you're definitely holding
Yeah,
something
look at his head right here. He's got a little bump, and as I'm touching him, I'm guiding him.
Okay, so I said advantage.
D4 on this, and then second one.
14 so far.
Oh yeah,
14.
14.
All right. I'll be a bit careful out there. So tell me, I'd really like you to do a little favor for me. I feel it's going to be an impossible task, but I think you're the best person for the tasks. Now, I know your next question is going to be what this favor is. Not the type of favor that's going to rescue you, going to risk your life. But it might end my worrying. I want you to go talk to my daughter, Honora, and talk her out of this sacrificial nonsense. She is of the opinion that it'll be good for the city. It'll save the city. She's more than happy to lay down her life. I don't want her to lay down with her life. I know this is causing other problems, but she's my daughter and I love her and I don't want her to do this. Will you do me this favor? Talk her out of it?
Sure. Do you need that to happen like today or just like before the sacrifice?
Well, I mean, judging by that lump on the side of your head there, Xander, I could do it in the morning. That would be fine.
So before the sacrifice. As long as we talk to her before the sacrifice.
You seem to be putting a lot of emphasis on before the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later would be good. So we can think about options of option B, option C. And if you convince her not to do it the day of the sacrifice, then options are somewhat limited. So it's all possible. Rest up tonight, first thing come morning.
Well, okay. But, okay.
Why all of a sudden such a change of heart? Before you were willing to go ahead with it, if
Well,
circumstances.
it was very much a situation of beggars can't be choosers. I mean, somebody mentioned oxen. Can't afford that much oxen. The store's treasury is somewhat lacking at the moment. I mean, you've talked to people who've been under drought conditions for too long. We all know that Lord Sidon is behind this. He's slowly killing us. Until you guys came along. I mean, I know who you are and what you're about. I've heard, my old mate Kira, sorry, she told me what happened in the Mossy Temple. That's amazing. I think if anybody can solve this problem for me, it's you. But please, talk my daughter out of this madness. Because she is so determined to do it, I actually have her locked up in a cell underneath the palace. She's well cared for, she is well fed, but technically she's a prisoner at the moment. But please, talk to her come morning, I beg you. Talk her out of this madness.
Locked her up?
Talk to her.
You think talking is gonna help after you imprisoned your own daughter?
She is not too upset.
What's her attitude right now? Is she like upset with you? I'm sure she is.
She's a little bit upset with me, but her big motivation is, Dad, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sacrifice myself for the city. What is the price of one life when it will save thousands? And she just rolls her eyes at me while saying, oh, stupid dad. Don't understand the big picture. So, please, just talk her out of it. One step at a time. I understand the sacrifice still needs to be made. But please. I don't know if any of you have any children, but from one father to another, save my daughter.
We'll be trying. I turn to the party and say, well, maybe it was just talking.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to at least try to talk her out of it.
Will be
We
appreciated.
could try, but we got things to do tomorrow.
Right, but talking to her would take all of 15 minutes.
You ever talk to a teenage girl? I don't think it's ever that short.
I doubt we'd be there more than an hour.
You're funny.
Thunder has no idea how to deal
Yes,
with
we'll
kids, so
talk
he
to her.
thinks 15 minutes will be enough.
And, well, thank you. You seem to agree to this. And don't forget, I still owe you an oath of service. I've not forgotten that you sacrificed that great boar to me. If you're traveling somewhere, more than happy to come and help.
We will remember that.
Appreciate.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm gonna go check on our sleeping comrades. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you for all you've done for Astoria so far. And he waves you, dismisses you, and goes back to eating his boar leg and drinking his beer. Okay, so we can just say, unless you have any more conversations you wish to do, you may take a short rest. A long rest. And Australia, obviously, your point of exhaustion goes away as well. So if there's something else you want to do, we can fast forward to the morning. But please, if you have something you wish to do in the meantime, let me know.
I don't have anything specific.
Nope.
Okay. Morning. The sun rises over Astoria. 5 days to the sacrifice. Everybody's awake and refreshed. And what do the heroes of the prophecy wish to do?
All right. So like
You good?
Estrella wakes up relatively early. I was like, ah, I needed that. Sort of like just rotates her shoulder. I was like, ah, just get a little bit of the kinks out. So, what did we find out anything?
You have some leads on some creatures, like in mountains. There were apparently 3 different types of flying creatures that it could be. But they all seem to come from the mountain west, which also seemed to be in the direction of Acropolis. We didn't follow the road. So there's that. I think that's what we're gonna head out in that direction today. But also the king really wants us to talk to his daughter that he's apparently imprisoned beneath the palace about not being sacrificed. These guys here said we'll do it in the morning.
Okay.
That's now.
Well, let's go do that then.
Hey guys,
I also learned.
sorry.
I mentioned a rumor that I learned as well, like about the Mitras.
Oh, all right.
Kira approaches and says, well, first of all, well done, Rainy, for gathering the rumors. That is top-notch information. Hopefully we can cut off this sacrifice right at the root. I mean, if no creatures come, and she spends the entire night on the rock, that's it. Game over. No more sacrifice required. We win. I will point out something that's a little bit of a problem. You mentioned walking to the necropolis, which number one sounds pretty scary, you know, city of the dead and all that. We could definitely, you know, go across the mountain ranges. A problem with that, though, is the mountain ranges is kind of the home territory of the Cyclops. So mountains, more likely to find these birds, of whatever type they are. Also more likely to get a rock to the face.
Just be real quiet, won't we, Kira? Real quiet.
That's not an option for most of us.
Do our best to be real quiet.
Kira,
Yeah.
since you travel so much, do you know any other way to get there?
Well, but
Maybe
we
there
want to
secret
go in the
path?
mountains because that's where the birds are.
Yeah, that's the two options. Go over the mountains, which will take a bit longer, but you know, more likely to find caverns with strange birds in them. Also more likely to find Cyclops. But on the other hand, if we just follow the river to the necropolis, which would be the other way, we're much more likely to come across centaurs. Now, centaurs, creatures of the plains, Cyclops, creatures of the mountains. So, things to balance up, things to consider.
I think the mountains, because that's where they said the birds were coming from. We wanted to cut down on the creatures that are going to attack the sacrifice.
I don't know, those rocks are pretty heavy. I mean, I almost was done for it. Just with one throw. Maybe
The
they got
side of
lucky,
your
but who
face,
knows?
Xander, is still severely bruised.
Yeah, I am kind of rubbing my forehead while saying this.
I get it, but also like 3 of our party went down in 6 seconds. Centaur. I think anyone is less horrible than the other, and the mountains is where the birds are going to be.
Just worried if you have to fight Cyclops and the birds at the same time. What do you think? I turn to the rest of the party. And we can always put it to vote.
I mean, I think every idea is a bad idea, but
Yeah. How much time would it take to cross the mountains versus going by the river?
Well, by the river, we could get to the necropolis in a day. Like, if we set out first thing, like even if we talk to Honora, his daughter, for an hour or so, we could probably reach the necropolis before nightfall. If we go over the mountain, it's at least doubling our time, which starts to
days.
put a bit of a crunch there, right? Maybe 2 days there. Maybe, yeah. But maybe just come back by the river on the way back, which would be 3 days, which would give us 3 days to sort out the sacrifice.
Yeah. So
Isn't the sacrifice situation more prevalent to the mountains? It's just something that we can do if we have time.
yeah,
Rom,
it's
am I thinking about this wrong? Like, if we go by the river, how are we going to find the bird? If we're going by the river, then we might as well just be going to the necropolis and not worrying about this sacrifice.
I never said to rush to the necropolis now. I said I wasn't in a hurry for it.
yeah.
Please, so that's why we should go to the mountains, because that's where the creatures are that are attacking.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah. If yeah, I mean, Rainey's right. If we're going to be looking for those flying whatevers, then we would have to go into the mountains. That's sort of why we went back to Astoria to begin with. So, if that's where they are, that's where they are. Or because the other option would just be to take our chances and with the sacrifice and beat those monsters there, but we can't do that. We can't do that. So
That's all I'm saying. Is that isn't the point the birds? And if the point is the birds, that's the mountain.
yeah.
Let's
Quick question though. So the sacrifice is the prince. Why is the princess a sacrifice? And um, like, sorry for retconning because I wasn't. Do I know that there was an option of sacrificing oxen instead? And it's
Yes.
just that we didn't. So I do know that.
Yep, you do know that,
So-
and you also know that you don't have enough money. It's like about, I think it was 5,000 gold pieces, and the king
Yeah.
doesn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so what exactly does the sacrifice entail? Is the sacrifice just supposed to sit there, or can they fight, or what's
They're
the
unarmed, in a row, chained to the rock.
Yep.
They can use magic to defend themselves if they decide that they can. That is not against. But they do not have any weapons, and they're only dressed in ceremonial, and they are chained to the rock, and nobody else can interfere.
okay?
But they're more than welcome to try and defend themselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
and can it be multiple people who are the sacrifice?
multiple oxen. I don't see why not.
Yeah. So
Well,
so we
to answer that question is I don't know. You would need to talk to the delegates of Sidon.
yeah.
And they're
Well,
here in the city as well.
Well, I think it's reasonable to assume, but we can double check that considering we're supposed to be the heroes of prophecy or whatnot, then we would probably be a worthy sacrifice. So the way I see it, and I'm not suggesting anything, I'm just laying out options. We can if we can go into the mountains and look for these bird creatures, right? We can break an oath and attack the creatures as they attack the princess.
No, no.
I know.
No, serious consequences, man.
I
Gods
understand.
have fallen,
I am
not keeping their oaths. It's not an
I am
option.
just laying. I am just
It's
laying
not.
out.
It's not an option.
Okay, that's fair. Then the other option would be we're the sacrifice, and then we beat up those bird creatures ourselves.
I mean, that's assuming that they allow more than one person to sacrifice.
Yeah.
The reason that they're gung ho for Pythor's daughter is that she's the daughter of a god.
Well,
we pissed Sidon pretty badly. I think.
Yeah.
He would like to be.
Yeah, we're at this point. We're
successful.
not like while I'm uncomfortable with the fame, we are prophesied to go against him. So
But
I
you're
think
just
we're variable. I think we're valuable to them, and we can ask. We can ask.
Yeah. In
them
fact,
to-
I'm fairly sure I cursed him in front of the centaurs. So I don't think. Yeah, we're not hiding from him.
Yeah, we can we can double check with the delegates of Sidon. It doesn't have to be like conjecture. But the way I see it, those are basically our two options as far as the sacrifice is concerned. I'm not suggesting one or the other. We're
I'm
just laying it out.
Unless we miraculously wander into like
care of
5,000 gold.
as much of these creatures as we can beforehand, because we will not, even if we are the sacrifices, we will not be allowed to be armed. We won't be able to wear our armor.
Yeah, but
Be able
I
to
don't
have
think
weapons. You won't be able to have any of that.
Yeah, I just
Puts you at a
I have
severe disadvantage.
I have hunch. It's no matter how many creatures we kill, there will be more. I mean, we're dealing with gods.
No, I know. It's about leveling the field, making sure that there's not as many as people.
Just a point of order. When
Yeah.
you said gods, don't think of gods in the terms of like Faerun and classic D&D. These are gods that walk amongst the people. They're not omnipotent. They're not omnipresent. They're very powerful, true, but they don't have classic godlike powers.
Ah, okay.
So they're the gods that walk amongst you. Like you see Pythor, right? Pythor's a drunken idiot. He wants to sacrifice his daughter, and he's drinking and eating and wallowing in his shame. If he was a god, he'd just click his
He should
finger
be
and these
king
things
instead
would
of
go
him.
away. The gods are very human in this world. I think that's the best way to describe them.
Well, I think Rainy makes a good point. I mean, if everybody else is okay with it, I'm all for going through the mountains.
I do still think that it's probably like let's talk to the delegate of Sidon and see if they're willing to have us be the sacrifice as well, just in case.
We can do that.
Okay.
After.
We're
All right.
gonna talk to the water first since we're already up here.
Yeah, we will. I guess you guys promised, so we should do that.
Okay. So, asking some questions. It's not hard to find the cell of Nora. Deep down in the city, it's kind of. I mean, it's a dungeon. It's supposed to keep criminals. But you see, she's in a cell. It's got a nice bed in there. It's got a nice dresser. She's dressed nicely. You see there's some food that's provided for her. All things befitting a princess, which Nora is, being the daughter of the king. And she's sitting there, seemingly already dressed in some type of ceremonial robe, almost like a toga. And she's sitting there on her, when you approach, she's on her, they've got a mat on the floor as well. And she's leaning on the mat and kind of got her head bowed and is obviously praying. There's no real guards there. She's not, doesn't seem like she's trying to escape. So you approach her and she's got her back to you and she seems to be praying.
Hello, Nora?
She sort of presses her head upon the ground, dusts herself off and turns around and says, "Oh, hello there. Yes, my name is Honora. Who might you be?"
Oh, well, I'm Rainy, and gesture
Mags.
to the rest of her group.
Rainy.
Xander.
Xander? Oh,
Oh, I injured Mags. Yes.
sure. Mags, Australia. So what do you say? Yeah. Well, yes. Pleasure to meet you all. You seem to know my name already? Yes, I am Honora. What can I
Yeah,
do for you?
Your dad, King,
Yes.
he asked us to speak with you about this whole sacrifice situation.
Mm-hmm.
He really, really, really doesn't want you to be sacrificed.
Well, he's my dad. I would accept nothing less from him. Tell me, Rainy, if you could sacrifice your own life and save thousands of people in the process, would you do it?
Well, yeah, but not without fighting back. Not with just submitting.
I will ask the rest of you the same question.
I
Estrella,
think
one
I
life for
think he
1,000.
I think I think Rainey has the right of it. While I do agree that sacrificing one for 1,000 would be uh, would be efficient, I would prefer sacrificing the other guy to save 1,000.
Oh, so you would shirk responsibility and sacrifice someone
No,
else?
no, I mean the creature who's gonna come. I would fight it and kill it, or I would try to, rather than just submitting.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm sure my father has explained to you that I wish to be the sacrifice. I was the one chosen by Sidon's delegates, and I am more than happy to be chained to the Rock of Estor. But don't get me wrong. I will fight with all my might against those who will come for me. And you look at Honora, she's maybe 15, skin and bones, almost like a warm breeze would almost knock her over.
Yeah, I mean,
Even with no
How-
perception
with-
checks, she's just would just be
How would you
mincemeat.
fight?
I would pray to the five gods. I would beseech Pythor and everybody else, and I pray that their blessings will help me defeat the monsters.
yeah.
So
I have
need a little
little faith that that will happen, but I have utmost faith that my sacrifice will heal the city.
I mean, it doesn't sound like this is the first time this sacrifice has been required. So you're not really saving people, only delaying the inevitable.
King Sidon's delegates made it perfectly clear that if a sacrifice is not made in 5 days' times, the city will be overrun by centaurs.
We're
Not
not
looking about
suggesting,
4 bands, I'm suggesting hundreds.
not suggesting that there be no sacrifice. We're just suggesting maybe a different one that has the ability to fight back and maybe actually survive the night without violating any oaths
Oh,
and resulting in any death.
2
Also, someone
points.
with your attitude towards this whole thing, like you're willing to let yourself be killed to save the people of the city. I think you'd be much better served in a position of power in the city.
Yeah, as
I
someone
feel like
who,
that's just a damn waste.
yeah, it's a shame because I think you have the correct attitude as far as being a ruler of the city, where you give of yourself and you have the city's best interest in mind. It would be a shame to lose you.
Yeah, shit. I mean, like your dad's just sitting there getting drunk, feeling sorry for himself. You're the one actually stepping up.
Look,
Maybe you should be in charge of this place.
well, here's the thing with my dad, and I love the old idiot very dearly. But he is a drunkard, he is a womanizer, and he's not great for the city. No one would deny that. But it's like the attitude I have. We love the old bugger anyway. No one's looking to overthrow the king, even though he's doing such a terrible job.
Oh,
Beyond that, okay, yeah, should be about. Right now, we're talking about the sacrifice. Why are you guys? Would you be willing to let somebody else do it in the
Well-
chance that they have a better chance of surviving?
2 points I wish to raise. Number 1, the delegates of Sidon specifically requested me. And
We're
they
going to
spec-
speak with them too. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
we're gonna be talking to them. So
Oh, good. But they
So let's
did
just assume
specifically.
that they're along with whatever the sacrifice option is.
The reason they picked me is I have, shall we say, a spark of the divine within me.
Yes. But like I said, assuming we got the delegation's approval with the new sacrifice, would you be willing to abdicate your position as a sacrifice?
In theory, yes. If someone was better, shall we say, as qualified as me. And I have the blood of Pythor running through my veins. As I
Yes,
said,
yes.
this is why
We
they wanted
understand
me.
that. We're just wanted an answer if you'd be willing, if we found a replacement
Make a
that we didn't coerce or force, that
What you-
volunteered.
You can't coerce, right? The sacrifice must be
I know,
willing.
I'm covering all the bases. I'm just saying, if we found someone that both the delegation and them willing to position as the sacrifice, would you be willing to step down?
Can someone, because I know Rainey probably doesn't want to do this, make a persuasion check at advantage? I'm assuming your persuasion is low, Rainey. I'm not sure why I'm assuming that. Someone
No,
can
but
make
I
this.
Yeah, she's a charisma caster. She's
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know if this counts because Blood of the Gods, but I don't know if she's considered a god because I technically get to add my proficiency bonus twice for charisma checks against gods and celestials. Which would mean it's just either a +6 or a +8 would be the difference.
Well, she's kind of God. I mean, she does have a mortal mother. Sure. Since you're talking to gods, this is your jam, Rainey. Yeah, make a persuasion check, add those god bonuses onto it, and roll it at advantage, because your friends are obviously all on the same page as you.
Can we get guidance?
So it's a 20.
See, guidance are
I mean,
kind of
that's without guidance.
guidance are kind of difficult on persuasion rolls because they kind of happen in
Okay.
a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if you'd wanted to do this, you could have cast guidance beforehand. Would be the way to do this. Say, okay, Rainey, you got this, and do it before the conversation happens. But during the conversation,
okay.
yeah, it's kind of weird. But it's a 20, is it? 20?
Yeah, with the additional +2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will agree. I don't know how you're going to pull this off. As I said, I literally have the divine blood of Pythor going through here. We talk to the delegates if you want to. I don't think they'll accept anybody except me, but if they chose it, so be it.
All right. Thank you. And I really do admire your bravery.
Oh, thank you, Rainey. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to go talk to the delegation now, and we'll let you know how it goes.
All right. Well, I'll continue eating my breakfast. I like you guys. Your heart is in the right place. The blessings of the five be upon you.
Blessings upon you. Okay, let's go, guys.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sure.
Now, as we wrap up this session, I kind of almost want to leave you with a bit of a teaser. You're going to go talk to the god, the Sidon delegation?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I'll just give you this one little tidbit before we close tonight. The person who you will be talking to is the same person who was riding the dragon who summoned all those cyclops to attack you. Exactly the same person. Now, the other point I'd write out is this is also the oath of hospitality. Killing him, attacking him, curses would rain down upon you. So you can attack him if you like, of course, but there'll be serious consequences because of the hospitality rules in this place. So keep that in mind.
And that applies to him as well, right?
Oh, it definitely applies to him. Yeah, he's a guest here. So
No,
attacking
like
him,
I'm saying, he
like,
can't
it works
attack.
both ways.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, it
he
works
can't
both
attack
ways.
us either.
Works both ways. Yep, he will not. Yep. So conversations might get tense with him, but it will not result in combat. So no combat. I mean, you can, but as I said, curses would rain down upon you. And the guy was the same guy riding that silver dragon. I can't remember what color it was. But who summoned the Cyclops when the thunder cracked. Same guy. So keep that in mind for next week. And it sounds like you guys, at some point, probably next session, are going to be crossing across the mountains on your way to the necropolis. So feel free to do what you like, but that's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, thanks guys. It's fun as always. You're a great group to DM.
All right. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay.
You
Yes,
guys.
yes, next week. Okay, take care, guys.
All right.
Bye bye.
Hey, guys.
Good night.
Later.
Bye.
Good night.